they all will say. Don't listen to the hate, no, listen to my fate, yeah. Destined to be great, yeah. We gon' make it all the way. We don't care what they all will say. Don't listen to the hate, no, listen to my fate, yeah. Yeah, we like to go.
Put me on ESPN, yeah. Put me on top of the 10, yeah. How that's again and again, yeah. No, I ain't here to make friends, yeah. Taking it straight to the bank, yeah. I'm like a shark in a tank, yeah. And if your girl misbehave, yeah, I'll give your girl a mistake, yeah. That's making me out of my head, yeah. I don't belong in my bed, yeah. I should be famous instead, yeah. I will not stop till I'm dead, yeah. Never let them hate, tell them I'll be great. It's gotta be my fate, you can take it to the bank. I just wanna get it while I get it. When I get it, I'll be damned if I'ma let it get away. Without a fight, I got a plan, yeah.
We gon' make it all the way. We don't care what they all will say. Don't listen to the hate, no, listen to my fate, yo. Destined to be great, yeah. And we gon' make it all the way. We don't care what they all will say. Don't listen to the hate, no, listen to my fate, yo. Yeah, we like to go hard.
Work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Choke until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact.
Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it.
Hello and welcome to my Mind Over Your Matter. My name is Rick, and let's get this show started. Oh, what development news! What a great day today it has been. I mean, I saw the chiropractor, and the chiropractor did a lot on me, and I know I'm gonna feel it tomorrow because I'm feeling it right now. But if I'm gonna feel on something, I feel this good energy that's standing by. Let's go ahead and just bring him in. Tyson DeLacruz. Yo, Tyson.
Yo, what's up, man? What's cracking?
What's happening?
What's going on? You went to the
Uh,
chiropractor today?
yeah, I saw the chiropractor, and man, he did a number on me. I've never had this experience before, but this guy put this machine on me. It was just like all over my back, and yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Dude, I haven't been to the chiropractor in a minute. It sounds good. I always
It's
watch, dude, I always get caught up on sometimes on TikTok or something.
mhm.
You'll see those people and they're like,
Oh
like
yeah,
just cracking people's back. I'm like, oh man, it feels so good. Cause I love it
yeah.
when they hit like the lower back. It's money.
Yeah, well, he worked my whole spine, and it was torture for a while. I had to focus on my breathing because if I don't breathe, you pass out. So there was a moment that I almost passed out because it was just so extremely hard in the spine. Um, but I need to do it.
Dude.
Yeah. So, listen, I want to go into the breaking news. You want to just jump? Let's jump right into the breaking news.
Sure. What's up, chat? What's up, chat? Dude, I
There
love
you
the
go.
banner, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I love this even more.
And good afternoon. We are coming on the air with breaking news. New York Attorney General Letitia James, a longtime political foil of President Trump's, has been indicted by a federal grand jury. That, according to three sources familiar with the matter. James was charged with one count of bank fraud after the president publicly called for his Justice Department appointees to bring charges against her. I want to get right to our Chief Justice and National Affairs correspondent, Kelly O'Donnell, who's been tracking this for us. Kelly, what do you know?
Well, good afternoon, Tom. This is a stunning development that is in line with what happened with James Comey, the former FBI director, in that the president has publicly identified both of those individuals as his perceived political enemies and wanting the Department of Justice to take action. In the specifics here, what we understand is that a grand jury in the Eastern District of Virginia has been presented evidence that relates to a 2023 home purchase, mortgage paperwork, and this follows months of investigation which started from the Federal Housing Finance Agency. An associate of the president, Bill Pulte, had identified this and made a criminal referral. In that paperwork, Letitia James, it is her mortgage, but it was for a niece in Norfolk, Virginia. That is why we have a jurisdiction in the Eastern District of Virginia, that it was listed as a primary residence, but it is not the primary residence of Letitia James. In a lot of paperwork, it was apparently one document that reflected this. This criminal referral was responded to by James' personal attorney, Abby Lowell, who called it stale and not anything more than media reports. That was based on his notification in April. Today, as we understand it, a single count of bank fraud, a felony in this jurisdiction, will go forward for Letitia James, who is the statewide office holder in New York, the Attorney General. Clearly, it is important to point out that in her capacity, her official role, she brought state charges against Donald Trump when he was out of office for civil court in fraud. And now we have the Department of Justice bringing a single count bank fraud against Letitia James, Democrat Attorney General of New York. So it has specific consequences for James, her career, and her liberty. It has a much broader consequence for the views of how the Justice Department is operating under the Trump administration. Is this something where a grand jury then hears the evidence only from, we presume, Lindsay Halligan, the appointed U.S. attorney in the Eastern District? The defense does not play a role in the grand jury proceedings. That is all very secret. So the next steps will be in court, where she's able to enter a plea and the next steps of this process begin. So this is a felony case. It is also a case where there are enormous political implications. So far, the White House has not commented. We've reached out to James' office, her official office, as well as her counsel. We have not heard back yet, but we certainly expect to in the coming minutes or hours. Tom?
Yeah, when we talk about that civil conviction against the president, he's going to have to pay, even though he's appealing right now, he and his family, because they were sort of all involved in this, north of $300 million of fine to the state of New York. You mentioned that one document, apparently, that Letitia James filled out saying this was her primary residence. Her lawyers, and this has been reported out there, said they've provided other documents to show that she said this was not my primary residence. This was a clerical error, if you will. The court will decide that, right, Kelly? But at the end of the day, Letitia James is now going to have to pay for lawyers to have her day in court.
Well, it is always difficult, even when someone is ultimately found not guilty or if charges are dismissed. The weight of a criminal charge is always very heavy. And for Letitia James, her counsel tried to point out that this was not material that would merit charging. We believe that there was pushback within the Department of Justice about the strength of the evidence here. That will all be determined in the next steps going forward. But this is something the president wanted to see happen. Yeah. It has now happened, and James will have her chance to respond and to present evidence in her defense. It's very significant, both politically, and certainly we'll look at the specific facts of what is alleged here. You're right that there were many more documents involved in this, and apparently a single document that listed primary residence.
All right, Kelly, stand by for us. I do want to bring in senior White House correspondent Garrett Haake. Garrett, you heard Kelly mention there this is something the president wanted, and we know this because he told this to the American people. He put this on Truth Social, not only with James Comey, the former director of the FBI, but also with Letitia James. Tell our viewers what exactly he said there and what's happened since.
Yeah, Tom, you're looking at a post from late September, which reads like a direct message from the president to his attorney general expressing his frustration that some of his perceived political opponents had not faced the kind of criminal charges that he thought were due to them. This was around the time that he then turned around and installed Lindsay Halligan, who Kelly was just referring to, as the interim U.S. attorney there in the Eastern District of Virginia. He refers to her in that statement as a tough lawyer who could get the job done, and calls for the prosecution of James Comey, subsequently indicted, Letitia James, indicted today, and Adam Schiff, the junior senator from California, not indicted as best we know, but I think certainly someone who we have to look closely at now, given the willingness of these Department of Justice prosecutors to follow through on the threats as conveyed by the president. This antipathy with Letitia James runs deep. Kelly mentioned the fraud case. The award in that case has subsequently been thrown out by an appeals court, but the conviction is still withstanding, pending an appeal. The president, throughout the campaign and early in his term, regularly took to social media to attack and belittle James, suggesting that she was bad for New York and was some kind of criminal, accusing her of political prosecutions. That's now what the president's critics are accusing him of engaging in here. New York's Democratic Governor Kathy Hochul posting on her social media just a short time ago, Tom, defending Letitia James, talking about her independence, her relentless fight for justice, and suggesting that what we're seeing today is, quote, nothing less than the weaponization of the Justice Department to punish those who hold the powerful accountable. So the political shaping of this moment already well underway.
All right, Garrett Haake for us. We thank Garrett and Kelly for that. That's going to conclude this NBC News special report. We're going to have much more ahead on your local station, our streaming network, NBC News Now, online always at NBCnews.com. And I'm going to have a full wrap-up tonight on Nightly News. I'm Tom Yamas. We thank you for watching. We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and
Tyson, man.
Letitia Peekaboo James.
You were saying she said she looked like ice cream. I say she looked like more like melted ice cream.
No, her name Big Tish. Steph said her name Big Tish. I was like, that sounds like a Kroger or Walmart ice cream, like sandwich or something.
Yeah, like ice cream sandwich.
Big Tish. Get the Big Tish.
She's a mess, man. And it's coming to her. And the fact that we're saying, oh, Kathy Hochul was like, yeah, they're weaponizing the DOJ. I'm like, bitch, what do you think happened the past 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Like, did we just not witness what Biden did to the DOJ and what he did to Trump? Like, we're going to forget about that?
Dude, I don't know what her attorneys are going to cost. But I think she makes like 200,000, like on paper.
Mm-hmm.
And her net worth, I don't think is anything crazy. I think it's just like a couple mil, but like net worth, not paper worth, right? So her attorneys are going to cost her a pretty penny, because I don't remember what was the total of the charges against Trump. I think it was like 37 million or something like that. Total legal fees, wasn't it?
Oof.
Let me see. Legal fees.
I don't know the official number. I just know it was a lot of money. And the fact that she was dancing all over Trump and like during those times that she was celebrating, she was committing her own damn crimes from like previous 10, 15 years ago. It's like, what is she like? What a two-face.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
oh my God.
But those are the ones,
Like,
honestly, those are the ones, just like what we see in the news, just in general. Like, the ones that cry wolf are the ones that are actually doing the stuff. Like, I don't know if you've ever been with anybody and they like, you know, two face, three chins. Like, the people that accuse you of cheating are the ones that are cheating.
damn.
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
And she's over
Yes.
here. Let me see. I'm trying to
Yes.
look.
It's
At the,
like you just know, like, because the fact the way she puts on the way she went after Trump, man, like she ran on getting Trump and holding him accountable. Tyson, we need to start selling those shirts. Make accountability great again. I mean, we need to like push those as much as possible because
Make
I feel like that's the
accountability great
word
again.
of the year for the next few years. Make accountability great again, bro. The
I
real
agree.
MAGA, you know, it's
I
the
agree,
true.
bro. We got to come up
It's
with a different
like,
design too.
oh,
Let's see.
yeah, yeah, and like put like the true MAGA, make accountability great again. We got to push that. That shirt will, especially now that even Cash Patel used the word accountability. I was like, I was hearing some money bells in my head. I was like, oh goodness, we could do so much with this shirt, and we could create like and hype it up because I'm so happy to be alive to see people finally being held accountable for their dirty deeds, especially like James Comey and everybody else. Like, there's so many we still need to get. And there's a lot of them, and they're in Congress and they're in the Senate and they're within their government.
Dude, Comey's in trouble too, man. Just to kind of revisit this real quick, I don't have the final total legal fees, but for Trump, I think it was, where's it at? Where was it at?
7. I think he'll do it 7. I think it's he's just playing his like Trump is a really good poker player. Okay, so he knows how to make his moves and time them out and not show his cards when he doesn't need to. The guy is a mastermind. I never underestimate Trump. Never.
30
I
years.
don't. I just the guy's.
Let's see. Yeah, he's
And I
great.
hope he
Honestly,
does. I do hope he.
dude, they
Mhm.
ordered him. So a judge ordered former President Trump. This article was back in February 2024, February 17, 2024 by AP. Judge ordered the former president to fork over $355 million of his fortune plus interest, finding he lied for years regarding wealth on financial statements, blah, blah, blah. But that wasn't the total legal fees, and that obviously got dismissed. But I know his legal fees were up there. And I know Big Peekaboo can't if they keep dragging it out, dragging it out, she'll they'll burn her on legal fees.
Right, because how much could possibly her attorneys charge per hour? Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
That's
dude. I know my attorney charges me 500 an hour. It's crazy.
it's crazy. Yeah, I forgot how much my attorney charged me. To be honest, I know it was just. I mean, it is what it is, but he took a good chunk. Um, Bill's well deserved, and he was a friend of mine, anyways. Yeah.
Yeah. Man. And then Comey's all wrapped up too. This is big news. I think I don't know if she'll get the full 30, but I think they'll get her on bankruptcy. You know, like they'll burn her through legal fees and just put her through the ringer, man.
Well,
She's gonna look like Lori Lightfoot by the time she's done.
yeah. I mean, my thing is that how could she possibly hold her job at the same time defending herself in Virginia? She's gonna need to step down. I mean, when is she gonna step down now? Because now the clock is ticking. Because what New York is gonna do, like keep her as AG as she's fighting a very serious like charges in Virginia? Like, how does this work? This is unprecedented. Like, I don't think this has ever happened before.
Let me see. Is there any information on that?
Not like I thought Fannie Willis was gonna be put through the ringer first, but holy shit, they went after Big Chush and Fanny's just she's playing the back of the bench. She's like she does not want to be called out. She's like the one in the hiding in the background with her boyfriend Nathan Wade.
For sure. All these folks, they're just hiding. Mm-hmm. They're hiding like Biden because they know what they did was wrong. Honestly, it really was. It was bad. You know, It was like 37 counts, whatever. You know, for Trump during that other trial, it was like 37 counts. It's like, bro, 37. Like, okay, 2, but 37.
That's crazy. It just blows my mind. Like
that's how you know it's a lie. You know, 37 counts.
And the fact that he paid back. You know what I mean? He paid back every dime with interest. What's the problem?
And then, you know, honestly, when this whole thing was going on, and then they were talking about the evaluation, the appraisal on Mar-a-Lago.
Oh God.
And I'm like, you know, the appraisal came back super low. Or the third party entity that did the appraisal on it. And I'm like, there is no
it was 15 million.
Yeah. I'm like, there is no way, you know, it's walking distance from the water, massive resort. Like, no way, bro.
Maybe
a single family house here in Vegas. Some of them are 15 million, bro.
Dude, not even the lot. I don't know what's maybe the driveway was 15 million. I don't think they were counting the rest of the facility.
No, whoever did that was.
I'm pretty sure they didn't even walk in that facility.
They should be investigated too, man.
Yeah. Yes. That was a sham, man. That was such a
20. It was 24 million. Excuse me, 24 million. I'm sorry.
That's it,
bro. It's literally you could drive a golf cart to the beach. It's like prime real estate. Single family houses in that area were going for that.
24. Listen to that. 24 million. You crazy. You know how much that thing is worth right now? It has to be over $1 billion. Easy.
Let's see. How many acres is it? Because it's 17 acres, 126 rooms.
It's priceless. It's like the White House. It's just like it's like they have the little White House in Key West. I don't know if you guys ever been to Key West, but go check it out. The little White House and where JFK and a lot of the older presidents vacationed there. And they used to gamble, which they weren't supposed to, but they still gambled there. And they showed the table and everything and how they did it. It was pretty cool. I don't understand, man. And then the fact that they're giving Trump the library in Miami, where I used to park in that parking lot. Well, in Miami, they're gonna build the beautiful. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a tower, and it should be a tower for the presidential library for Donald Trump.
Yeah, it should be.
hmm It should be a big, beautiful tower, and it should be golden.
Oh, for sure, it's gonna be.
Yeah, I could like see this beautiful design. It's like, but I have a feeling that he's not gonna serve out his time, man. I don't know. I just feel like he's gonna get sick.
Damn, putting that out there, huh? All right.
Yeah, because I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling it. I just feel like, and then he'll be martyred and he'll be memorialized, and hopefully that could change people, give them the shock and awe. Because I don't think society understands. This is not only the United States. This is like the whole world. Because the whole world will cry for Trump.
Honestly, the administration is doing a really good job, man. Like,
Yeah,
there's some fumbles, and I'm just going to be transparent. Like, there's a couple fumbles, but
yeah. The Charlie Kirk.
in totality, like they're doing a really good job, and
Mhm.
they had like a lot of big promises, a lot of promises. They're doing a lot of things,
Mhm.
because they only have one term. So, basically in the Trump administration, so they're doing all these things. The border's super secure, trafficking's down, both drug and human. It's Mexico's respecting people, or us. There's a lot, the world in general is respecting the United States again. We actually have a president who's like available. He's
Mhm.
doing press conferences every day. It's crazy to me when you think about this. I don't know if you guys remember this a couple weeks ago. This dude is so available that when he went golfing for 2 days and didn't do a press conference, they thought he was sick. It's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I just have a feeling that it's just something's gonna happen. It will shock the world when it happens, because it's gonna be like everyone's gonna feel it in their gut and their heart, and you're gonna feel how I felt. Like for Charlie, when Charlie Kirk died, it was just a shock. Like this energy inside of me I've never felt in my life. It was like in my muscles. And I was like, what is going on? And I was just felt weird because I'm really sensitive to energy, and especially with people dying and death. Um, and then I was just hearing these voices, and I came back on and said what I said. But if Trump was like to pass, which he is going to, okay, um, it's going to shock the world, and I think he's going to hurt like everybody. The liberals, like the left will go happy and so forth, but I think that's when things will start to really take effect, and he'll leave a good footprint,
Yeah.
because Trump is one of one.
It's that let me run through these comments real quick.
Do we think that the sun
LT's cooked? Yes, she is.
Which son?
Probably Eric. She's probably talking about Eric. I don't think so. Like if it's Eric, I don't think so. Eric has too much stuff going on.
Yeah, Eric is busy.
He's doing a lot, like he's running like Trump internet, like Trump entity.
Mhm.
All the amenities, he's doing all that. I personally don't think so. Rubio, honestly, like Rubio's solid, man. Like Rubio's turning out.
That was the name that came out in my head too, Rubio.
Like Rubio's solid, man. Like he's really showing up, and I'm really appreciative of that.
He was like that in Florida, man. When I was in Florida, the man was real. He was a real dude, and he's one that just he doesn't give up. He's not soft. And he
He's a
calls
trooper,
you out.
bro. Like I like him.
Yeah, he calls you out. Like if you need to be called out, he call you out.
I like him.
Yeah, I like Rubio.
I haven't really seen too much. Like I know Tulsi's doing a thing. I haven't seen too much Tulsi. Initially, I thought Tulsi, but
Yeah, Tulsi has her own shit to do. She got a lot of fucking work.
yeah. Honestly, the whole administration has a lot of work. You know, like people need to understand too. Like literally, everything was just a free for all for a long time. You know, and I know like scammers got rich, people got rich, people got, taking money, PPP loans, SBA loans, all this other stuff,
Mhm.
drugs everywhere, Hispanics coming in, Venezuelans, TDA members coming in.
The little boat, and then you have the missile. That's what's happening now.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Run that little boat again. Run that little boat again. And this is what you're gonna get.
They're upset, man. They're upset.
Hey, they want a big war to break out. They really do. I mean, I know by force you can get to peace, and I'm happy that things over in Gaza and with the Palestinians, they're coming to some kind of a peace agreement, which those are always on the rocks because this was going on before
Decades.
Jesus. Before Jesus.
Years.
Before Jesus, before the baby Jesus. These people were going crazy over there. Okay. So Jesus just came and they did what they did to him, and and we murder him. And we idol him too.
Dude, I love the banner. How'd you make the banner, man? What'd you use? Sora?
No,
GPT?
I use Gronk.
Grok's dope.
Yeah, I was like, man, I want to make my show cool. So
It already is cool, by the way.
thank you.
But dude, there was just some massive investment in Grok, man.
Yeah, well,
I just saw it.
They still need to have a lot of work done on Grok, but it could be better. But I would invest in them.
Yeah, what was it Coinbase? Somebody they did an interview. I briefly saw it this morning. I didn't dive into it because I was doing some other stuff, but one of the investors that invested in Tesla or Grok AI, XAI, he was like, they asked him like, oh, what was your feedback from the investment? And he was like, we should have invested more money because it's been skyrocketing. They're putting it in Teslas. It's gonna be a really dominant platform for AI.
I mean, if their cars could become more sexier, and more masculine, then I think Elon will have an easier time producing more electric vehicles, and and getting back to the mandates, and with the rebates and with the credits for having an electric vehicle and so forth. I mean, that could still be worked out. Just don't throw it down our throats. Especially California, where they try to do what they try to do to their people. They had to change, I think, within 5 years? I think it was 2030.
Yeah, and they were mandating home builders to do all electric. So no gas water heaters, no gas heaters, no gas stoves. Like what? I do like, so I like the X, and I like the S too. I get what you're saying because they don't look, obviously they don't look like American muscle cars, but they're super
It's
cool.
weird.
They're super cool.
I mean, it's the Cybertruck. I only see 3 of them out here, and one was all black, like super black. I was like, holy shit, that's really dark. Um, then the others I saw, and I was like, one had a lot of like stencil, I guess, artwork on it, and another one was like the plain Jane. And I don't like their headlights; they're very blinding. Um, and I just don't. I don't know. It's just very awkward when it passed me. It just felt weird. Because I know there's a camera recording me. I'm like, I'm always on the camera when I'm doing my show, and I was like, I felt like going to like outside and be like, hey, it's my mind over your matter. It's Rick. Come watch me. Yeah, because everything's recorded.
Yeah. Let me see. Alchemy says, I bet it's scary as crap to be a smuggler right now. Oh, for sure. For sure.
Your car's like Knight Rider, but it snitches on you. That's the thing. It snitches on you. It'll tell them everything. They'll tell you all the conversation you had in that car. It will tell them the location, the speed you were traveling. If you swayed a little bit to the left or you swayed a little bit to the right, it's gonna document every little thing you do in that car.
We got we have the tunnels out here, where you drive up and then the system takes over and it takes you through the tunnel
Oh,
underground, like underneath the strip, and then takes you out in specific areas.
uh-huh.
It's pretty cool.
Does it charge your car while you're in there?
No.
Come on, man. We're 2025. It should
No.
they should build something like, especially if this battery, right? Like have a generator to be constantly with the tires rotating, right? You would think the tires are rotating, we could generate electricity and keep these cars charged like forever. But who's gonna invent that? Tyson? I
I
think
think
Tyson.
honestly, I think it was already invented.
We need, listen, we need the tires to generate power. We need the solar panels to be installed within the paint of the shell of the car, so that way when the sun is hitting the car, it generates its own power and it charges up, and it always charges. So that way you don't have to be stopping at these locations and wasting your life waiting for your car to get charged.
Yeah.
I could sell it to Elon. Elon will listen to me. Like, Elon, man, come on. I got some ideas.
I think it's just I think it's a power thing. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's a power thing. I think there's just not enough power. See you later, Steph.
Steph, have a good night. Like, even they should have like areas like in the highway where the Tesla could go under and they could generate the electricity underneath, and it could spark the energy into it and fully charge your vehicle, and you just like keep going. I mean, there's so many things you could come up with, and we got to start thinking 2030. All right, I understand we're in 2025, but 2030 is going to be here very fast. And where is technology going to take us? Well, I got another feed here. If you want to watch, you want to watch. I got let me see. I got another one here. Let me see. Which is this one? Oh, well, we can watch this. Let me set it up.
I do want to dive into some breaking news right now out of Chicago and the legality of the National Guard deployment. A judge coming down with a ruling right now here within the last several minutes, saying the Judge Perry grants the TRO, blocking President Donald Trump's deployment of the National Guard in Chicago, saying it violates the 10th and 14th Amendment of the Constitution.
He has to take it to the Supreme Court.
Developments in, as you can see, there are Fox 32 team.
He's gonna have to go to the Supreme Court.
The deployment of these at this moment. Judge Perry appeared frustrated throughout the hearing today. This reporting from Paris Schutz, saying at the defense's inability to answer specifics about the National Guard deployment and the definition there of rebellion. Perry, the judge, says the Broadview facility has seen small protests for 19 years, but things took a turn when Customs and Border Patrol announced increased enforcement. So big news as a judge has blocked the National Guard deployment there in Chicago. As we are learning more information about this, again from Paris Schutz, his reporting there for Fox 32, as the Judge Perry's oral arguments saying, quote, not even Alexander Hamilton could have envisioned one state's militia to be used against another state's residents because the president wants to punish those with views other than his own. So some strong comments there coming in for the judge just within the last several minutes here on Live Now from Fox about this. And we heard from the mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, talk about the legality of this as Texas National Guard members were sent there from the Lone Star State to Chicago. So now this latest developing news out of the Windy City as this judge blocking the National Guard deployment in that city.
Well, that sucks.
So it's TRO, right? So temporary restraining order.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long it's going to last, but I don't get it, man. Chicago, the leadership in Chicago, yeah, TRO blocking, temporary restraining order. Chicago sucks.
Mm-hmm.
They're not only facing a crazy deficit, but they got sanctuary policies running in there. All these illegals rolled up in there. Like, I don't get where is the outrage for the actual people that are getting shot, the stuff that's getting stolen,
people being murdered,
and funding going to people like robbing, a once like very beautiful and prominent mall area, the Mag Mile, is getting robbed in broad daylight all the time. Like, where is the energy for that stuff?
They just had the guy that they broke into one of the stores. He backed in a truck, ended up crashing, killing someone. Like, and they all ended up in jail. And he was one of the, how do you call those people?
Peacekeepers.
The peacekeepers, yeah. And he took pictures with Prisker. And it's like, are you kidding me?
And Brandon Johnson thinks he's like Batman or something now, If you're gonna fight, you gotta go through me. I'm like, what? Like, this dude has a mohawk, okay? He is a public representative, and he has a mohawk.
He pays what? How much he pays for the haircut? It's like he pays like $30,000 a year or something. For I don't know.
But if this is a testament to what you can do in America, great. Like, kudos to that, because this dude was like a geometry or geology teacher or something. He was a teacher.
He was a social studies teacher. That's what he was, a social studies teacher. And I'm like, social studies, we used to do social studies, either watch movies or sleeping on our desk, because it was so easy. And we were done with our work so fast. And yet, who failed social studies?
Pull up Lori Lightfoot.
Oh, no, not her.
Like,
give me a second.
This is what Chicago votes for, Lori Lightfoot. Hey.
I gotta put up my damn. I gotta get the. I need to get a better keyboard. This
Oh,
keyboard.
yeah.
I have a fight with this keyboard. Oh Lord, I'm bringing her up right now. That's crazy. She's crazy. There she is. Oh God. Take me a stream yard. All right. There we go. This
Look
is
at her. Look at
Lori.
her. This is what
Look at this.
this is
Let me
what
see if I
Chicago
could.
votes
It's
for.
political too.
This is what Chicago votes for. Chicago, you're doing a
This is what
fantastic
Chicago
job.
voted for.
Look at this. They said, oh, you know, we need the diversity, equity, inclusion. We need somebody that's you know, maybe gender neutral looking.
And we went from her to Brandon Johnson.
Yeah.
And she's so weird. She is so weird. I can't do it with her anymore. I can't do it with her.
And they said, hey, you know, we need you. We're going to offer you a job to investigate Tiffany. Tiffany Haddish. Is Tiffany Haddish that was doing all that fraud? So she's investigating fraud cases now. Tiffany Hayward. Tiffany Hayward.
Right on. Tiffany. Yeah, Tiffany. I remember Tiffany. Tiffany's crazy because she was married for two cities at the same time. And that girl, she was bad. I seen a lot of her. I kept up on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasted a lot of money.
Oh. Yeah.
They got her out. Voted her out.
And her the person that superseded her is equally as bad.
I wonder what she's gonna do next. That's the scary. Do you want to check out a story here? This is a crazy one, dude.
Drop it in.
Whenever we're done, I want to check out the story. Internet's acting. I don't know.
Drop it in.
All right. Drop it in. All right.
Yeah.
Internet weird. It's doing the weirdness again. But let's check this out. I really like the background. It actually came out really nice.
Dude, it's great. It looks fantastic.
Because it's like the full moon.
The motion in Gronk too?
And it's like the sign. Yeah, all of it.
It looks great.
All of it. It looks so real. It looks so cool. I was like, yes, it's perfect for the show tonight with the full moon and the lightning. And yeah. All right, let's go ahead and bring up this. And this is a back-to-back. So we do have a back-to-back on this one. If it ever pops up. Seems going so slow tonight.
A fiery interview with former Congresswoman Katie Porter is going viral. This was part of a series of interviews with candidates for California governor. Our Mark Cota-Robles live in the newsroom with some excerpts from that interview. Mark?
Yeah, Mark, good afternoon. Katie Porter has emerged as the current Democratic frontrunner in the race for governor. The former Orange County Congresswoman is famous for grilling her political opponents. Now she's being criticized for how she handled a recent CBS interview with an investigative reporter.
I have stood on my own 2 feet and won Republican votes before. That's not something every candidate in this race can say. If you're from a deep blue area, if you're from LA or you're from Oakland,
Super Karen.
you don't have an experience.
But you just said you don't need those Trump voters.
Well, you asked me if I needed them to win.
So you don't
I
think
feel like this is unnecessarily argumentative. What is your question?
The interview was intended to focus on Prop 50, California's redistricting ballot measure. Both Democratic and Republican
She's a clown.
were interviewed by the same reporter, but in a 3-minute clip posted online, the
She's a big
conversation
back.
between Porter and the reporter is making all the headlines.
No.
The question is, what do you say to the 40% of voters
Super
who
Karen.
voted for Trump?
Oh, I'm happy to say that. It's the do you need them to win part that I don't understand. I'm happy to answer the question as you have it written, and I'll answer it.
And we've also asked the other candidates, do you think you need any of those 40% of California voters to win? And you're saying, no, you don't.
No, I'm saying I'm going to try to win every vote I can. And what I'm saying to you is that...
Well, to those voters, okay, so you...
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Thank you.
Damn, she has anger issues.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with
She
seven
is too
follow-ups to every single
aggressive.
question you ask.
Every other candidate has answered
I don't
our
care.
follow-ups.
I don't care. I want to have a pleasant, positive conversation in which you ask me about every issue on this
Oh
list.
my God.
And if every question you're going to make up a follow-up question, then we're never going to get there.
Ms.
And we're
Porter,
just going to circle around.
I am an investigative
I have never had to do
reporter.
this before, ever.
Well, Porter went on to say that she did not want to have an unhappy experience and for it to be captured on camera. Though she threatened to walk out, Porter stayed in the interview. It continued on for another 20 minutes. Keep in mind, it is early in the campaign. The California primary will be held on June 2nd, 2026. Live here in the newsroom, Mark Robles, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Mark and Michelle, back to you.
That's crazy. Now let's go to the back-to-back.
Get out of my f***ing shot!
A newly resurfaced video has emerged of California Democratic gubernatorial candidate Katie Porter losing it, this time by ruthlessly yelling at a staffer who was seen walking into her shot on a video call.
To air pollution and other problems, and the state could lose. Get out of my f***ing shot! I wanted to tell you that that's actually. You also were in my shot before that. Stay out of my shot. Okay, I'm going to start again with electric vehicles saving us money.
The shocking clip, first obtained by Politico, shows the former congresswoman seamlessly switching from a professional tone during her discussion with then Secretary of Energy Jennifer Granholm to angry and abusive treatment of a staffer who innocently popped into the frame.
Why is
This
she not
new
doing
nasty
it in the
behavior
office?
Comes just a day after a
In the
shocking
dining room.
exchange between Porter and a reporter from CBS News Sacramento went viral.
What do you say to the 40% of California voters who you'll need in order to win, who voted for Trump?
How would I need them in order to win, ma'am?
Well, unless you think you're going to get 60% of the vote. So you don't
I
think
feel
you
like
need
this
to
is unnecessarily argumentative. What is your question?
Well, to those voters, okay, so
He is
you
crazy.
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it.
Oh, hell no. She is too aggressive.
you're not going to do the interview with us.
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
Oh, hell no.
The bizarre encounter, which aired online earlier this week, captured Porter flipping out when reporter Julie Watts asked how she planned to win Republican votes as she tries to replace Governor Gavin Newsom in 2026. Following
That
a
is
brief back
crazy.
and forth where a testy Porter insisted she could build support and would seek every vote possible, the Democrats suddenly cracked. Porter seethed at what she described as argumentative follow-up questions before trying to cut it off. "I don't
That's
want this all
wild.
on camera," she later added. After the footage started spreading on social media, Porter's campaign said the interview, which was recorded last month, continued for an additional 20 minutes.
Damn.
It wasn't immediately clear if or when it was set to air in full. Porter, who launched her gubernatorial campaign in March, has previously been hit with claims she bullied staffers.
She looks like
Her
a bully.
ex-husband Matthew Hoffman also alleged in their divorce proceedings
back
that
bully.
she frequently abused him verbally and threw toys, books, and other objects at him during their marriage, alleging she even once poured scalding hot mashed potatoes on
Wait,
his
wait,
head
wait.
during the fight.
Rewind.
Prior to her epic implosion at CBS, Porter had been the clear frontrunner in the
What happened?
Just like rewind like 20 seconds. Right there. Like right when she's in the yellow. I didn't hear what they said about right there. What her ex-husband.
Okay.
And threw toys, books, and other objects at him during their marriage, alleging she even once poured scalding hot mashed potatoes on his head during a fight. Prior to her epic implosion at CBS, Porter had been the clear frontrunner in the California governor's race, with a 7-point lead over her rivals, according to the latest Real Clear Politics aggregate. Her Democratic primary foes quickly pounced on the meltdown. This is a pattern for Katie Porter. No candidate for governor should hide from the press or mistreat them. We owe it to the public to be transparent, State Superintendent Tony Thurmond jabbed. If she can't answer basic questions from a reporter, how can Californians expect her to stand up to President Trump? Incumbent Democrat Governor Gavin Newsom is term limited, and with former Vice President Kamala Harris having passed on a gubernatorial run, the field for the 2026 race has been left wide open.
You actually think people will vote for that clown?
Yes, it's California. Yes,
that's crazy, man.
They will.
How do people think that way?
Like
how
and I'm not saying that because I have friends in California and they live in actually like heavily Republican areas, and it's not all of California, but it's enough to get votes for Democrats. And this woman is crazy. She threw hot mashed potatoes on her ex-husband. That's why she's single.
On his head.
That's
top
why
of
she's
his head.
single. That's why she's mad.
That's disturbing.
Yeah, that's why she's single. That's why she's a single mom, because she threw hot mashed potatoes on her husband. That's why she's dusty, man. Big back and dusty.
It just, I just can't believe that that's what they put up for us to vote for. You're supposed to put your best of your best. The cream of the crop to the top. And what they're putting up is like someone you will find at a grocery store eating like cheese puffs and living in a RV, like in a trailer park. Like she looks like a trailer park person. Like she has like bad attitude. She looks like she smoked a lot of cigarettes and she drinks a lot of like liquor.
She probably does drink a lot of liquor.
Yeah.
She reminds me, when you said Karen, she reminds me of like the person at the, when you go to the coffee shop and then they're like, I said I wanted soy milk. I wanted soy milk. I said 2 pumps of cinnamon dolce, and you put 1.
And 1 scoop of fucking sprinkles, not 2.
Yeah. You put 2. I'm diabetic. I'm diabetic.
Why the fuck are you drinking that if you're diabetic, you dummy? People.
But the Republican candidate in California is black, so I don't think he's gonna. Honestly, I don't think he's gonna win. So
oh, Lord.
That's just what it is. I hope he does.
Well, talking about these politicians, I think I got one for us to watch, and it's a crazy one. So let me go ahead and set that up for us to watch. This is going to be interesting. Our friend
Zohran Mamdani promising free buses, free childcare, rent freezes for all New Yorkers. But there's one major problem here. It's not really
no
free.
money.
It actually costs $10 billion for the taxpayers. And New York Governor Kathy Hochul has been clear. She's not raising taxes on anybody right now. That wouldn't look good for her. So Mamdani is reportedly telling business groups that he needs a backup plan if his tax hikes won't come to pass. And he just admitted that in public.
If this money is funded by the additional taxes, or it's funded by a better than expected assessment, or it's funded by a pot of money that wasn't previously spoken about, or savings that have come in, then the most important thing is that it's funded. The question
$10
is not
billion?
the amount. The question
Are you
is
kidding
who it's
me?
to the benefit for. And for us, it's
What the
time.
fuck
that
you gonna
actually
find
comes
$10 billion?
forth.
In the pot of
Well,
money
we
that
said
he
this
was
from the
just talking
beginning, that
about.
even if he is to win
The
because of the
leprechaun
lack
doesn't
of
live in New
better
York. That
competing
motherfucker left a long time
that he's
ago.
going to have a hard time passing his agenda because it does come down to dollars and cents. Kathy Hochul does have a lot of power here.
You want my gold?
Kenny, we were just talking about in the
You
break.
want my gold, motherfucker?
You know,
I'm
whether
getting it.
he realistically could win. He could win. I think the only thing that could change the outcome here would be a
Stupidity?
huge voter turnout, which New York City doesn't typically see.
They need to turn out
And I just
and
want to correct
turn them
something I
off.
said yesterday. Early voting is Saturday, October 25th to Sunday, November 2nd. The actual election day is Tuesday, November 4th. So there's a period. If you want to vote, you'll be able
They
to
better
drop off your ballot. You'll be able to
vote
vote
his
early
ass
in
out.
person and cast it. But it looks
I don't
like
like
he
this
will
early
win.
voting
For the
shit.
people who are panicking and already planning to leave,
It's only good
if
for the
he can't get
seniors.
the money he needs,
Right.
he can't do anything. To a certain degree, he's powerless.
That's right. And so Kathy Hochul has made it very clear she's not in the camp where she's just ready to arbitrarily raise prices across the board. It's not going to be good for her. She's trying to run for governor.
She's probably
right?
not going to win the governor's race,
correct.
and she definitely won't win if she goes along with him.
Correct. So she's going to hold back on that, which really means that he's going to, there's going to be a roadblock in front of him. All this panic. I get it. You don't want him in the office, but I think he's going to be held in check by Albany and by Kathy Hochul. So it's interesting. People say, yeah, I'm going to leave, but I'm not so sure you're going to see this mass exodus. I just don't think you are, because I don't think people are going to believe that he's going to be able to get done what he says he's going to get.
Wait a sec. So you're telling me that the savior for New York with Mamdani is going to be Hochul?
Well, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Albany, not just Hochul. But I don't think Albany is going to raise taxes.
Albany, all I ever hear about Albany is that Assembly makes Mamdani look like a conservative.
Well, let's see. I don't think Hochul is going to let that go. I don't think the Assembly wants to see New York City fall to pieces either.
Yeah, but they don't even know what causes fall to pieces. Like I'm just saying, Hochul wants to still be governor.
Correct.
She's got to get through a primary to be governor.
That's right.
Her challenge is going to be from the left. So if she can run in her primary and say, guess what I did? I taxed the rich. They're fair share in New York City. Yeah, but I think she's going to go for it, just like she's apparently the only Democrat in New York who's endorsed Mamdani. Schumer hasn't done it. Jeffries hasn't done it.
Yes, but she's made it very clear to everybody in New York. She's made that very clear.
Clarity
that
is
could
murky.
change.
Her clarity is murky.
Little quick math here. $6.2 billion is the NYPD annual budget. What I heard him just say in that last SOT is ultimately he's going to have to get the money from somewhere. Where's he going to get it from? Because you don't believe people are going to leave? I'm sorry, sir. You're wrong. People are going to leave if they believe it's going to be more expensive to be here.
Yes.
Period.
And I think that even if he can't pass his agenda items, because my main concern can't do free buses. What he potentially can do on the streets, the little bit of cleaning up that has been done in the last 6 months could potentially be eroded. And that is enough to push other people, over the edge.
It's not just the mayor. The city council in New York City is further left than Mamdani is. It's not.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right. So, and I disagree with what Larry Kudlow said, that, Elise Stefanik, don't worry about New York City. All is well. No, that's not how it works. And it's not how politics, this is a bigger message. This is not how anybody with a vote should think about who comes up for election. Like, it doesn't matter that this mayor or this representative is a communist because the governor is middle of the road, has some libertarian leanings, even though the person's a Democrat. No, these people are dangerous. And for example, in New York City, New York can do a hell of a lot that is a threat to businesses who reside here. Go back to COVID. They mandated in New York City vaccine requirements.
Right.
You had to have a vax
card. You had to have your card.
You had to have a shot in the arm and a card to go to work.
I know.
And so that puts not just national businesses in jeopardy, but global ones, because you're forcing these global businesses to have all the employees, do something medically that isn't safe. And Cuomo, he was on The View. You're going to guess, Lord, what, by the people who host that show. But he needs to stop talking about what to do to lead the city.
Yeah.
And it's what you didn't do when you were running the state. And free buses don't work because people don't take them now, and making them free isn't going to make them take them, because making them free doesn't change anything that about the bus.
It'd be dirty.
It doesn't go where I need to go. That's why people don't take the bus.
I take the bus.
People in Manhattan.
She's the only one on the bus. It's crazy.
Slow,
Just Jackie.
With the old ladies.
Just Jackie and some old
And
ladies.
a lot of nurses.
I can send Mondani lots of analysis that's been done on this very issue, but he doesn't care about it. It's just say free, and he thinks people are going to.
Has Kevin O'Leary had his meeting with Mondani yet, or he
No.
he hasn't. He won't talk to him.
He's Canadian. He might have other problems on his hands today.
Well, Cuomo, to your point, needs to focus on here's what I do. Here's where I have been wrong. Here's how to change things. This is the problem in the race. He was not able this time. God bless him. I think he's a good guy. I think he would try to do the best that he could for the city, but he won't win. And the problem when you go to the polls, like at least when we were voting for president, it was Kamala or Trump. And if you wanted to participate and you wanted to rock the vote, you had to pick one or the other, whether you liked it or not. Having this side candidate makes it tricky because, like I brought up yesterday,
This is scary for New York City.
They're going to have a problem. They don't want to vote for Mamdani, but they're going to have a problem filling the circle in for Cuomo. And so if Sliwa gets some of those votes and you split that, whatever there was left, and you split it up, he wins. So
Kenny's still baking on Hochul, though. She'll save it. No. Don't worry. Kathy.
But I think she could endorse him and still not raise taxes because that'll be a big nail in her car.
I don't know. I want you to be right, Jackie.
I think the business community, guys like J.P. Morgan, they're going to go and they're going to say, listen, this just doesn't work. Smarten up. Like, this is not happening.
I don't know.
I just don't. I'm going to go.
May you be right, Kenny.
I hope I am.
May you be right.
The folks at J.P. Morgan need to tell Kathy Hochul which state she governs first, I think.
Right.
Right. Little reminder.
That's wild.
His messaging is all about free this, free that, free, all this other stuff. A lot of big box businesses and a lot of money will leave New York if that happens. A lot. And because they know, like big box money knows that, hey, all this free stuff comes at a cost. Talking about fair share and all this other stuff. So it comes at a cost. And just on that clip earlier, he's talking about, maybe there's a pot of money somewhere. Like, no, man, like it's not how this works, man.
You're gonna go try to rob the leprechaun.
Yeah. And then you got Cuomo on the other side of that, who didn't do a very good job during COVID. People still remember that.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It's like, man.
I think he was more scared. I think he was more nervous than anything.
During that
he
time,
buckled under the pressure. I think he buckled under the pressure. That's all.
Yeah. But people still remember that,
Yeah, he stumbled. It was hard. Like, he fell flat on his face, right? But I'd rather have someone flat on their face than someone that's very communist. And that will change New York City for a long time. And I wonder what's going to happen to the pizza shops and all these other establishments, because they're not going to be able to afford to be there.
Right. And then, if that happens, all the money drops out of New York, tax revenue decreases, all this other stuff, then it's bad news. It's bad news for New York, period. Nobody's going to want to do business there. it's going to be a crap show.
Wow.
And then, you know, you covered this, you know, Eric Adams, you know, he pulled his ticket out.
Mm-hmm.
That then that kind of gives leverage to Cuomo potentially for people who
Nope.
don't want to vote for Mandani.
No. I mean,
where did he come from?
He came out of nowhere. He's just like this out of nowhere, like wild horse that just entered the field, and he's just like this, like really good jock, and he just blabs a lot, but doesn't really back it up. You know, he's just very impressive at the gates, but there's something wrong with it. So it's like you hold off on that bet a little bit, because he has a lot of flaws. I don't know. It's just would I want to see that system? Not really, but if he does win, then we'll see the experiment, see how long it lasts. Yeah, because that's what it's gonna be. It's all an experiment to see if it works. It already failed how many times already?
Yeah,
it's like it doesn't have a win yet. There's nowhere in the United States that, oh yeah, we're thriving and look, it's working. All of them shut down because they can't keep up with the groceries. Like that's horrible.
And he wants to give everything away for free. You know, people will vote for it. It's crazy to me. It is like free housing, free buses, like
a lot of illegal voting too. A lot of illegal voting.
Like what?
Yeah, it's just it's so rigged. It's just like, how can people vote for this? Like how people think this way, and how why we're not like alike when we're so like opposite. It's so weird.
Because that's not it's not good for New York. Period. End of story. But they're gonna need money to back up his plan. I appreciate Hochul like
saying she's not gonna raise the taxes.
Yeah. Which is great. Which is great.
So what they're gonna do? Bring back the fees for the New York with those toll craps that Trump took down?
Walking tolls?
Yeah, that stupid toll. That just, I just feel like they just grab people's money. You go through New York, you get mugged, and you don't even have to stop there. You get mugged with the tolls.
It's wild, man.
They do. It's expensive. It's expensive. I don't like crossing New York through there. I don't like driving through there. Like, I don't even like going to New York City. It's not how it used to be. Like, I don't live far from it. I'll show you. I'll do a video. I'll do another one.
Yeah.
I'll do another Christmas one.
Yeah, it's
I take the bus. Yeah, I take the bus. It's much better, and I don't have to worry about parking, and I take the bus back.
Yeah.
And I don't have to drive or anything. I just sit back, chill, play my game on my phone. But I did that one time for Rockefeller.
Oh, you went to Rockefeller during the holidays?
Yeah, I saw the Christmas tree.
Oh, that's cool. I've actually never been during the holidays.
Yeah,
I've been
I'll go
close
again.
to the holidays, but not during.
Yeah, I'm planning on going again this year.
It was
Probably
cold.
in December, when it's cold and snowy. I would like to go and check it out after snowfall.
See, that's the vibe that I remember, like, of America, right? Like going to New York City. Like when you watch, and this is just me, like when I watch like Home Alone from back in the day, and then you see like Rockefeller Center, you see all these places, New York's booming, Chicago was booming. and there was this great like American culture available.
Mm-hmm.
And then now you go there and it's just like crap.
It's a shithole.
Yeah.
I can say it. I live an hour and freaking 20 minutes from that place, and that place is a hellhole.
Yeah.
I don't. The only reason I'll go to New York is because I want to go check out Rockefeller, and I would like to go up one of the towers to the top and walk on the glass floor, like playing with death, and be like,
yeah.
walk on
Yo,
the
that
glass.
reminds me. Did you ever watch Final Destination, the new one?
I haven't seen the new one yet, but I can imagine.
Yeah, there was a scene there. They were at the Seattle Space Needle or something like that, because they have a glass floor at the Seattle Space Needle.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's one here too. It's like a balcony that goes over the strip that you
Right.
walk on. Yeah.
I think the only one that I know of is the one by Niagara Falls. But that's what was in the Canadian side.
Oh yeah, where it goes over the falls.
Yeah, you can see the falls from up there.
Yeah.
It looks really. I haven't been up there. I haven't done that ride. Well, I'll probably do it. I don't know if I'll do it this year, but I'm definitely gonna go up there sometime soon. Because I want to like to see the falls from up there. I'm not good with heights, so and I'm claustrophobic, and I can't be looking outside and seeing myself going up, and then like I don't know.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's freaking me out just thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't really like heights either, but I like leaning into the heights.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I've jumped off the stratosphere out here.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. And then I did this buddy of mine, I don't know if I shared this before, but a buddy of mine works for this nonprofit out here. And he was like, "Hey, you're like the only person that I thought of that would do this with me." And it was to raise money for financial literacy for like underprivileged areas here.
Okay.
And I was like, "Cool, I'll do it." And he goes, "Well, I didn't even say what it was." And I'm like, "Oh, I'll do it." Like, cause yeah. And it was rappelling off of a hotel. I was like, all right.
Oh.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a good time.
Oh. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I'd be like, no, I pass. No.
Yeah,
I love do it. More power to you.
Yeah, I love feeling that. Fear, man. Like the adrenaline from it.
Yeah.
Like I love it.
I did the Edge in New York, which is it's a building out there at the balcony that's sticking out, and it has a glass floor. And I walked up on that glass floor. I almost stepped on someone, and I was like, I almost stepped on you. Because she put her hands on the floor like she was want to take one of those selfie, I guess those girls, they have their little apps, whatever.
Yeah.
They have to put their pictures. I'm like, you move your hand, I'm gonna step on it. I was like, someone's gonna step on it because nobody's looking down.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I walked around there, I wasn't scared. I was like, the only thing got me scared was the movement, because you feel the rock a little bit.
Oh, from the building?
Yeah, because it was a little windy that day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wild, man.
Yeah, there's another building I want to go up this year, hopefully in December. I don't remember the name of it. I think it was I don't remember the name of it. I gotta get the name of it. But when I do, I'll share with you, Tyson.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with that.
Yeah, because it's just blowing my mind because it's really cool. It has like the floor area too, like that. But you have a different scene of New York. So, and I'm into that type of stuff. And I might check out the Christmas tree and
Oh, that's gonna be
see.
cool.
Yeah, because I when I see the Christmas tree, I think of the great sacrifice, right? Because they sacrifice a living tree to be posted in New York to die in front of everybody. That's how I see it.
Yeah, and
It's like,
I think that you might know the story, but there's like an elaborate situation on actually how they pick the tree. It's not like they actually like it's like a thing that they do to actually pick the perfect tree for Rockefeller.
I'm pretty sure they're already out there looking,
Yeah.
and they probably know a tree that they want to probably grab. I know one year they got it out here from Connecticut,
Oh, really?
and yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, and the drive, because you remember you got to drive that bitch through the city, and you can't have that tree too big. It has
Yeah.
to be like a certain size that they can drive it in and then set it up. But I call it the great sacrifice because you're killing a beautiful tree that was living one moment, and the next we're celebrating your death by decorating you and putting lights on you.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like a good funeral.
It's like bug humbug. Damn, Rick. Thanks for
Yeah.
fucking up the mood of
I know.
Christmas. It's like
I know, man.
it's like the great sacrifice. I'm sorry, but the tree's life. I care about the tree. Like
Yeah,
you
for
guys
sure.
are supposed to be environmentalists, you fucking lefties. What the fuck you guys doing? I would be more about the tree and saving the tree and blocking the tree. But
It
no, they
stays
won't.
up. It stays up for a while, right?
Yeah, it stays up for after New Year's, and then they take it down. I think they take it down after the Three King. I think it's the Three Kings. I'm sure. I'm not 100% sure, but it's up there. But I like to go like while it's cold and after a snowstorm. Like after a snowstorm, I feel like I have more grip too on my shoes
Yeah.
with the snow and so forth. And I'm looking forward to it. I want to get me a pizza out there because I do like New York pizza. It's not the same as New Haven, but they do have good pizza.
New Haven has good pizza too?
Yeah, New Haven's actually ranked
Really?
the best pizzeria in I
Really?
think in the United States.
Really? I did not
Yeah,
know that. I just learned something today.
yeah.
Dude,
It,
okay. Okay, I just pulled it up. 6 can't miss pizza joints in New Haven, Connecticut.
mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't know it was like that out there.
Yeah, and they're all 20 about a good half an hour from me.
So what's the difference from is it similar style pizza?
It's the oven. The wood that they use.
Okay.
There's just the ingredients, the sauce. Everything matters.
Is it the same kind of style of pizza, like thin style
Yeah,
pizza? Okay.
yeah, and cooked like a kind of crispy bottom, thin. Some like them soggy. I like them little nice crisps to it.
Dude, it looks so
Um,
good.
yeah,
I
it's
just
good
pulled it
pizza.
up.
Yeah, they have really good pizza out here. If you ever come up here, I could take it to you. They take it to
Dude.
them. It's like right there.
And it looks like they use a fire oven.
Yep.
I'm a sucker for good pizza, man.
Yeah. Yep. We have really, really, really good pizzerias out here. We have pizzerias that you have to be put like on a waiting list if you want to go
Whoa.
eat there. Yeah, like you have to be because there's such a line that forms, and people want to eat and people want to order their pies, and it'd be crazy. I'm like, and then they have the steam burger too.
Steamed
And
burger. Tell me about
yeah,
that.
it's a burger. They put it in this kind of like a oven type of thing, and they cook them medium rare
Okay.
burger, and it's out of New Haven. I forgot the name of the place, but it's like a old. It's supposedly like the first hamburger place.
So they steam the bun and the burger. Right.
I think I think so. I know the meat, of course, but they put it. It's a weird. I'll find you the video and send it to you, Tyson.
Okay.
And how they do the burgers and stuff. It's like it's so unique. I haven't tried it yet because I don't like my burgers bloody. I can deal with medium, but I cannot do rare.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and they only do it one way. So, and I think they do like medium rare, and I'm like, bitch, I said medium. Yeah, but I haven't got to New Haven in a while. I gotta actually go there. What's today? Thursday, Friday. I'll probably go tomorrow because it's cold. It's gonna drop into the 30s.
Well, you got a sweater on, man. It is.
Yeah,
it
it's
is
cold.
cold, man.
Yeah, it's the I have a window cracked open, and it's like natural free AC.
Yeah. Dude, you got me so hungry right now. I'm looking at these steamed burgers. They look delicious.
Yeah.
So they steam them. So this is like they
Mhm.
literally they're steam cooked, and then they
Yep.
looks like they steam the bun.
Yep.
I would
Yep.
definitely try it. I do like. I'm a fan of like smash burgers or like.
Yeah.
I like them a little crispy.
Yeah.
But
Me
still like
too.
medium in the middle. That's
Me
what I like.
too. Me too. That's why I'm like. That's why when I see this, because we have a lot of steam burgers place out here, like famous, really good ones. Like holy shit, they need to do their own show because we have really good steam burger places. Um, and the pizzas, the pizzas are good. Can't miss out on a good slice of pizza here in Connecticut. I think it's the water, to be honest with you. And the water has gotten better out here for cooking and for pasta. So the meals are a lot more better up here.
Dude. Looks
No.
great.
Tyson,
Got me
Tyson,
crazy. Yeah, man.
Tyson
You know what's
said
crazy is
he's like-
I just went to the grocery store. I bought like some food and stuff. Duh, right? From the grocery store. But I just loaded up on groceries and I'm like looking at this pizza and I'm like, man, that sounds so good. Pizza sounds good. But I have some ground beef that I gotta cook. Because I bought it like a couple of days ago. So I do have to cook that. So
All right.
I'm gonna be disciplined and not go get a pizza.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I'll make myself something small, nothing, too crazy. I got a story if you want to watch.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Dude, it's your show, man. Let's rock it.
It's I think it's a Letitia James response.
Here we go.
I'm not fearful. I'm not fearful. I'm fearless. There you go, Letitia James. Let's go ahead and set that up. It's literally what she said. Okay. You think I'm playing? Watch. Here we go. It's a little slow. The system's running slow.
Oh, look
Actually,
at
we just got the video in. Let me play it for you, Rev.
7.
President's action. This is nothing more than a continuation of the president's desperate weaponization of our justice system.
Why she has to talk like that?
Federal law enforcement agencies to do his bidding. All because I did my job as the New York State Attorney General. These charges are baseless. And the president's own public statements make
Why she
clear
sounds like that?
that his only goal is political retribution at any cost. The president's actions are a grave violation of our constitutional order and have drawn sharp criticism from members of both parties. His decision to fire a United States attorney who refused to bring charges against me and replace them with someone who is blindly loyal not to the law, but to the president, is antithetical to the bedrock principles of our country.
She sounds
This is a
so
time for
vendetta.
leaders on both sides of the aisle to speak out against this blatant perversion of our system of justice. I stand strongly behind my office's litigation against the Trump Organization. We conducted a 2-year investigation.
Oh, Lord.
based
That
on
was
the
thrown out,
facts
right?
And evidence.
The one that was thrown
not
out?
Politics. Judges have upheld the trial court's finding that Donald Trump, his company, and his 2 sons are liable for fraud.
They could sue her.
I'm a proud
You
woman
know
of
that, right?
faith.
After
And
that,
I know
that
that
comment.
faith and fear cannot share the same space. And so today, I'm not fearful. I'm fearless. And as my faith teaches me, no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
I said it better,
We will
bitch.
fight these baseless charges aggressively. And my office will continue to fiercely protect New Yorkers and their rights. And I will continue to do my job.
Why is she whispering?
Wow. Rev, speaking to the moment with words crafted
I said it
for
better,
the history
bitch.
of these times.
No question about it. And I think that if he were going to pick an enemy,
Oh,
he
Lord.
picked the wrong one, because
He's
the
still around?
strength and as well as the eloquence of Tish James will now
He's
be on
still
the
around?
national stage. Because one, I agree with some of the panelists that the case will probably be thrown out. If it is not, it is going to really expose the weaponization of this president against any of his political enemies or his perceived enemies. To have Lisa Cook in the Federal Reserve and Tish James accused almost of the same crime, and then he goes after Comey. And this is a man that just 1.5 years, 2 years ago was saying that he was the victim of politicization of the criminal justice system.
What?
And juries found him
Biden.
guilty. Let's not forget when Tish James and the state attorney
You
general's
don't like
office
it,
in New York
right?
prosecuted his
Oh,
companies
you
and
don't like
him
when it's on
and
the
his
other
university. They didn't find him guilty. The juries found him guilty. The prosecutor can't say you're guilty. They can say
Okay.
you are.
The jury's gonna
accused of
find
indicting
Big
you.
Tish
He was
guilty.
found guilty of sexual harassment by a jury. He was found 34 counts
Listen to
felonies,
this
criminal,
clown.
by a jury. So there's no one that can doubt that this is all vengeance, a misuse of the criminal justice system. And I think that what he's done is going to really backfire. I think I've been getting calls already. People are ready to rally around Tish James. They know Tish James. Tish James wouldn't cross on a red light. I mean, she's annoying. She's been so.
Listen to this crowd.
I grew up in Brooklyn knowing her. And I think that it is absolutely absurd.
She's laughing at him.
He has just started the re-election
I wasn't the
campaign
one
for
laughing.
her
She was
because
laughing.
people are going to rally around her that may have stayed out of it because it is blatant what he's doing. In the same week, you're going to arraign James Comey, and you're going to indict the state attorney general, and both of them were people that dealt on the other side of you. I mean, people are not that stupid.
Rev, you said you know her, and she's annoyingly a stickler for rules and the law. Say a little bit more about her personally. Carol Leonnig, our colleague, reported earlier that she and her attorney were prepared for the possibility of this. I think those of us still maybe delusional enough to think that facts would prevail in Trump's Department of Justice are still shocked by it. But it sounds like our reporting suggests she was prepared for this.
She's a very methodical, able person. She will go after friend and foe and look into whatever allegations she considers right. And she does her homework. And she, I'm sure when he first started tweeting, that she and others put his name out there. I mean, he doesn't even know how to whisper weaponization. He takes a megaphone and says, I'm going to go after so-and-so, and these are the people that are going to do it. So I'm sure she started preparing then. You must remember, Tish James was
He
not
told you
a
to your
machine
face. He
candidate.
wasn't
She
gonna fucking
ran
say it behind
and
your
won
back.
popular support when she lost a Democratic primary for a local seat. She won, went on to public advocate, went on to state attorney general. Some were pushing her to be governor. So this is somebody that is not predictable in terms of her politics, but predictable in terms of her integrity and her
The elections
being
is fucking
able
rigged.
and capable of being coming in the ring full prepared. And if you really want to fight, I don't think you want to fight with her. And I think that this will backfire on him if, in fact, they don't throw the case out. I don't see how this stands the light of day like Lisa Cook's allegations did. But if it does, I think that this is going to be exposed for what it is, and I think a jury will see through it.
Tyson.
Trash, man. I love how she talks. It's great.
The way she was like the way she was putting it and how she was speaking, like she was trying to make it like very dramatic, like a dramatic speech. Like, I don't know what is going on, man. I'm living in a fucking weird timeline. I mean, unless I'm smoking good weed, I'm just telling you right now. If you're seeing what I'm seeing, then my effects is affecting all of y'all. Because what the fuck is going on, Tyson? Even the dog. Listen to the dog. The dog is like fucking Tish James. What the fuck? Like the dog is already all hyped. Damn.
Oh man, I think they're gonna bankrupt her, man. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
It's gonna cost a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
But she's guilty though. Like, I don't understand how could she plead innocence and on paper it's like it's documented. It's not like it's like fraudulent. It's not. It's
Right.
her.
Right. Exactly.
Like
she did the docs, Like
because
there's legitimate evidence of the situation versus, in the Trump trial, it was more speculatory than anything.
She married her father. Like, what the fuck? And then you have Omar over there marrying her brother. Like, what the what's going on
Omar.
here?
Yeah.
And they're all Democrats and they're all doing this crazy shit. Like, are you kidding me? What's happening here? I don't know, man. We're living in wild times.
It definitely is super wild, man. And I love how they're so like, oh, weaponizing the DOJ. Well, what's been happening for 4 years? For 4 years, the DOJ has been weaponized against Trump. For 4, like, yo.
Yeah,
He's going in because he's like, well, it is what it is. This is what you guys did to me. I get it.
That's wild, though. Oh, shit. You want to watch this one? Oh, I got a good one. Giuliani breaks down Letitia James' indictment. Ooh. Hell yeah. Let's watch this one. Oh, this is. Oh, and I have a video of Giuliani's crash if you ever want to see it, Tyson. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't? All right. I'll shoot it over to you. I'll probably show it later on the show because I know you're gonna have to get going soon. Let me set this up. Everything's a little slow here. It's this one.
Giuliani.
It seems to me the difference between this and what she was trying to do to President Trump, there seems to be some there with Letitia James. How do you see it as a legal professional?
Well, I seem to remember back the early days of law school when they defined fraud, going back about 700 or 800 years into England. It was based on a loss. So I defrauded you. It was a form of theft, right? I said something or I pretended something. I got money from you. So Trump never had a loss. I think it's the first fraud case in the history of English American law without a loss. Now, hers has a big loss in two ways. First of all, taxes. She had big taxes by falsely claiming she had 2 permanent residences, which of course are absurd because during the time, I think she claimed she was a resident of Maryland while she was Attorney General in New York.
Wow.
I don't know if that doesn't disqualify everything she did as Attorney General in New York. Maybe Trump should move for the dismissal of the case because she wasn't an Attorney General. The Attorney General of New York has to have a primary residence in the state of New York, according to the New York Constitution. She had 2 primary residences. That doesn't count. And that ended up in her getting a great deal of money fraudulently. And I think she's going to be tried, if I'm not mistaken. It's not going to be in New York, right? It's going to be in Maryland. So maybe there's a chance that we'll get a
Well, yeah, let's hope that, but of course, remember, she thinks she can live in 2 places at the same time. These are the same people that think that men can have babies. So, I mean, let's leave some room for that. As far as the nuts and bolts of this, Mr. Mayor, are concerned, do you think that this is a good case? I know you probably haven't had time to read the entire complaint, but do you think that it's solid?
It's very solid. It's a question of whether a jury, if you were going to try this in Washington, D.C., you would not win this case. If you try this case in a neutral America, something that's not heavily Republican or Democratic, it's most likely a conviction. I mean, it's as clear as you can. She's clearly guilty. The question will be, does the jury somehow sympathize with her or think she was confused? She claimed primary residences in 2 places. You only can have 1, and as a basis of having 1 in that place, you get either a tax break, or you get a break on the loan, where you get much better favorable terms. She got both, so she cheated both the government and the bank by lying, when in fact she had only 1 primary residence, which by law was New York. So yeah, that's a straight out crime. It's not holding up a bank. It's not shooting somebody.
She needs to be held accountable then.
And also by a phony. I mean, if the jury could hear how often she piously proclaimed about nobody's above the law, well, she clearly is.
I can see the montages being generated now by Newsmax and putting out there. Yeah, maybe some enterprising attorney will actually roll that out in court. Rudy Giuliani, thank you for being, again, Johnny on the spot with some great legal analysis, as always. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Folks, I thank God for my wonderful wife,
That's
my
wild.
kids, my country, the greatest nation ever.
If it's not tried in New York, they'll have a fair shot.
Yeah, it has to be away from New York. It has to be not in Virginia because we know they're kind of rigged over there too. But they were saying Maryland?
Yeah.
Maryland. When was the last case that was cased out of Maryland?
I'm not sure.
I mean,
but Giuliani had some real good points in regards to taxes and mortgage. Taxes and mortgage.
Yeah. Wasn't she cheating one of the buildings that she was saying that was a 4-story is actually a 5-story or something like that?
Yes. For lower taxes and
the insurance too.
And a better loan.
And better insurance policy too.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's interesting too with the primary residence situation, stating that she had 2 primary residences at the time of her AG. while she was
Okay,
serving
can be
18.
right.
Not good
Okay.
news.
Nah, she's you know she's sticking, like she's giving the tough look and giving the tough talk, but when the cameras are off, she's like, "Fuck," like because it doesn't look good on her, and image means a lot, and hopefully she will care and be, I don't know, forget, like she'll forgive us for her bullshit and for stealing from the people. But if she sees jail time, right, for this, how long do you think she sees? I
when
saw
I when I
8
had
cross
first
my
when I
head.
had first pulled it up, similar situations are 30, but I don't think she'll get a full 30. I don't even think,
I
to be
saw
completely
8.
yeah, I I'm thinking somewhere around there, 5, 5 to 8, something like that.
Yeah, I saw 8.
It's gonna be soft. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
soft because it's a white collar crime, so
Mm-hmm.
plus like her previous good behavior and not having a record and all this other stuff.
Yeah, and being
So,
AG.
yeah.
She's
So
Martha Stewart this bitch.
yeah, and if she goes, which I hope she does, she'll be in like a PC prison, like a protective custody prison,
Mm-hmm.
where it's because she's not gonna be in general pop, because if she was in general pop, they would pop her,
Mm-hmm.
so she's gonna be in a heavily protected custody type prison environment
Yeah,
with other white
yeah,
collar
Martha
criminals.
Stewart shit.
Yeah.
She'll probably take over Martha Stewart's room.
Yeah.
She'll be pampered.
Because the white collars, the white collar crime, they get it pretty solid, man.
Mm-hmm.
So my buddy actually
But
was in for a little bit for white collar crime.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he actually, they gave him a job in there, so he was like driving around high profile other white collar criminals in the prison campus.
Mm-hmm.
Like he would pick them up in the car, and then they would drive to the thing, and then he would like chauffeur them around in the prison. It's crazy.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, he told me some wild stories, man.
Crazy.
But that's white collar crime, man,
Yeah. And it's like minimum prison, it's kind of like Diddy's trying to get into. That's what Diddy's trying to get into.
Yeah.
He's trying to get into like a white collar crime type of thing, and they'll put him like pamper prison.
Yeah. Man, you know what's crazy about that situation? When you look at all the charges, like what they charged him for,
Mm-hmm.
what they trialed him for, not from what he, and I gotta say, like allegedly did, because he did a lot.
Yeah,
Allegedly, right? But what they trialed him for him to get 4 for what they trialed him for,
Yeah.
it looks funky, but I get it. Like they want to keep him in there so he doesn't talk.
Yeah, it's just, will they Epstein? Well, Epstein. Oh, the train. Epstein Diddy.
Nah.
You don't think so, right? I don't. Well,
because they didn't push
depends.
high profile stuff on the case. Like when you were watching the case unfold, it was more like a domestic violence, highly sexually active, drug, crazy, toxic relationship scenario. It wasn't like
Diddy's sick.
Yeah.
Diddy has HIV.
Like
Allegedly.
it wasn't like
He's
this
sick.
crazy thing where they were involving a bunch of other people and they did that purposely.
Mm-hmm. the man's sick, and I don't understand his. He's safe in jail. They could keep him behind jail. Society is safe, but as soon as he comes out, society is not safe,
Yeah.
and it's like more people are gonna end up hurt in South Beach and all the. I don't know. I'm done with those days out there.
Yeah.
Once upon a time for me.
Yeah, he'll probably come out and be an advocate for like domestic violence and substance use, something like that. I don't know, man, but he's not he's not going to be able to grow back what he did, you know, like
Damn, I'm hearing Tina Turner playing in my head.
what big wheel keep on turning.
Well, what love has to do with it?
Oh, what's love got to do with it? Got to do with it.
Yeah, that's what's playing in my head. That's crazy.
And emotion.
Yeah. Very, very nice. She was a very nice person too.
What's love got to?
Yeah, she insured her legs too. Those legs, she made sure she insured them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
She's cool, man. Tina was cool, man.
Yeah, she was cool people.
I didn't know her, but like, dude, I watched some docs.
I used to listen to her music when I was little.
Yeah. What was
Yeah,
your
my
favorite?
mom. She had a record player back in the day, and we had a lot of records and so forth. And she had like her Michael Jackson, and she had George Michael. She had Prince. She had Tina Turner. I used to really like Tina Turner. Tina Turner was one of my favorites. Prince was one of my favorites.
Prince is good. Yeah.
Yeah, Michael was good. Michael was really good. Like really great music.
I loved
Um,
Michael, man. I still do. You know, like his music when I was little, man. I used to love, like, I had Michael Jackson posters, man.
mhm,
And then I would
mhm,
catch them, like, because they would do the live concerts on like Channel
mhm.
13 or HBO at the time.
Yeah.
And then, man, just to see this dude perform, bro, was
Mhm,
so great. I'm getting the goosebumps right now because like he
mhm.
would pop up and not say a word for a couple minutes, and the crowd would just like be screaming, passing out, and then he would, Jamal, and then
Mhm,
it would,
mhm.
I'm just like the
Yep,
crowd control.
yep,
The
yep,
the
yep,
performance of Michael was, to me, hands down, some of the best. Prince also, man.
yep,
Prince was an artist,
yep,
once in a lifetime artist, specifically like regarding music, like
yeah.
these are
I
once in
like
a lifetime artists.
I like the music. I like the Bee Gees too.
Bee Gees are dope.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's like I kind of like that. And then I seen them in the Super Bowl, so I seen them perform before, and like it was such a different time, and like especially Prince. Prince was one of a kind. That was one of one. That performance was one
At the
of
Super
one.
Bowl?
Yeah, and can
Oh,
never be repeated ever again. That
oh.
that that
In the rain?
yeah,
In the
yeah.
rain with the electric guitar.
And he was like, he's like, can we do something for you? He's like, yeah. Can you make it rain more? Like, he was like, what? Prince just said, can we make it rain more for him for
Yeah.
halftime? I'm like, boy was set, man. He did a hell of a. I like watching that halftime show. I probably watched that this year for a halftime show.
Oh, you have to, because you're not going to watch the trash that's on there now.
Nah, I'm gonna have to report on it. I will report on it, but
Yeah.
other than that, I'm not gonna play because I get copyright strike if I play that shit.
And bro, like, I don't
It's
know if you
garbage.
saw it, but he went on SNL and said the people have 4 months to learn Spanish.
Bitch, I know Spanish, and you can do it in less than that. Like 4 months, that's like slow as fuck. You could learn Spanish from me in less.
Like,
Guaranteed.
and
Like,
I get it. I get what the NFL's trying to do. They're trying to bring more audience to the NFL. But,
not that way.
growing up, bro, like that is not a halftime show. Like
No, that's
Prince,
political.
halftime show, Rolling Stones,
Yeah.
like those are halftime shows, man.
I mean, when was the last like true halftime show?
That I liked.
The weekend was pretty cool.
The weekend was cool, and the other one that I enjoyed watching was the one with Dr. Dre, Snoop, Eminem,
Okay. Yeah, that's the one in Los Angeles.
and 50 Cent. Like it was like a
Yeah.
Los Angeles themed. Like
Yeah.
that one was really cool because they brought like all the hits, like from
Mhm.
when I was growing up.
Mary
That type of-
J.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah. And like you said, the weekend was cool because he like
I like
started
The
on the
Weeknd.
bridge, right?
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, like cinematically, very good.
That was
And
the COVID Super Bowl.
yeah, and like
The COVID Bowl.
the weekend does like really cool cinematic videos. Like he has an art.
He's
to him,
he's an A student in theater.
Yeah, very eclectic. I love it
Yeah.
as a music performer.
Yeah, he's puts in a lot of work. You can tell he does the work. So I can't hate the guy,
Yeah.
It's just like he puts in work. So
Yeah.
it's
I think that's a huge misconception. Like people often like there's this huge thing going on with the Swifties right now, right? Taylor
Mhm.
Swift released her album, people are all upset. But like the thing is like, you can still be a great artist, you can still be a great chef, football player, whatever player, this and that, but separating the art of whatever it is you do professionally and
Mhm.
like viewpoints, right? They
Mhm.
should be viewed two separate things.
You
And
know
it's crazy.
something?
Was it? Go ahead.
I think Taylor Swift is going to be next year's Super Bowl.
Again? Wasn't
I
she
think
before?
no, Taylor Swift.
She wasn't?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man.
I don't think she's ever done Super Bowl.
I thought she has.
No, I don't think she has. Not that I remember.
I think she has.
I know there was a lot of fucking Beyonce for a long time. It's like, bitch, then can you find another home? And then Bruno Mars too. It's like, damn, Gaga, you too. It's like all these people just invaded. I haven't recalled Taylor Swift doing a halftime show.
Yeah, you're right. And you know what? Because they don't pay the artists, right? Like generally what
No,
happens
but the
is,
promotion.
yeah,
It's the
what happens is
promotion.
they release an album or a concert or something after that to push them.
Yeah, like go on tour.
Yeah.
That's like the start of their tour. It's like that concert is the beginning. That's why when the Bunny starts his that concert where for halftime show, he starts his world tour and he's gonna start performing. He leaves the United States for good. It's crazy, right? He complains about the United States. He doesn't stand up for the American flag. He doesn't stand up for God bless America, right? Doesn't stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance or any of that stuff. But he was able to pay for all the seats and this beautiful clothes he's wearing with what type of money? Because the last time I checked, Puerto Rico don't print money anymore. They get money from the United States. So all their money is American money.
Yep.
So that calls Bad Bunny a bad hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. If all hypocrites, like it seems like the Democrats, that's what they all turn into. They transformed into hypocrites.
Oh, for sure, man.
Gaslighting hypocrites.
Hakeem Jeffries over here.
AOC acting crazy. AOC acting like a Fraggle Rock. That's her problem. She acting like a little Fraggle Rock. She needs to calm herself down. she's taking things a little bit too. She's
Too
going too
much. Too
passionate.
much.
She's giving it too much. Like she's putting like she's trying to do like Dr. Luther King like act, and I'm like, girl, it doesn't work for her.
No, same thing with like Pritzker, you know, trying to act like tough guy and do like these like ad hominem attacks and all this other
I have
stuff.
a feeling.
Like, bro,
I have a
this wasn't your
feeling.
MO.
I have a
What'd you say?
feeling he's someone's paying him. Something sinister is happening. I think it has to do with cartels. This goes deep. This because you gotta understand. There's the 1% don't like when you fuck around too much, right? But Trump is like, "Fuck you! I'm going against y'all," and it's Chicago's ability. It's a good start. It's hard. You're gonna need as much military as you can because those motherfuckers also have military weapons. So once in a while, you're gonna be going into a shootout because they're thinking more like life and death because they don't want to go back to that bullshit ever again. They'd rather take their own lives. So if they're gonna
For
take their
sure.
life, they're gonna try to take a lot more with them. So I wish they did a hotline where it's like, if you know an illegal, report it illegal. You know,
They
and
did at the beginning, but I think they stopped it.
nah, they didn't bring that shit back. It's like we could do a app and you could remain anonymous. You know, but we'll give you a number so you could claim the prize later. Um, because a lot of these people need to be deported.
Yeah.
And vacation's over. The paid vacation. I never been on a vacation where housing was free. I got money every month for food stamps, and I got cash too. And I'm driving a new car, and I got new clothes,
And a cell phone.
and a smartphone.
And insurance.
Yeah.
It's a grift, you know, and they were putting all these illegals in these areas. You know, when they did that raid on that apartment complex, they were putting all these illegals in these areas, you know, indoctrinating them into the schools, or excuse me, not integrating them into the schools, into the society, into the areas, pushing communities out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what they gotta get out. They gotta get out, man. They're here illegally. They broke the law to get here.
We know, yeah, they have to, but it's like a lot of them, the real bad ones that are here, because there's a lot of really really bad guys here, and you know that's who they're starting with. They're trying to start, getting the bad ones before they get like the ones that are like they came across the border and stuff. I mean, yeah, they want to get those, but those are more like collateral damage. But the main ones are the crazy people from mental institutions, jail systems from all around the world that were released and sent through the border into the United States. There's a lot of really bad people that have came through that border. A lot. Like it's
murderers, rapists, dealers, all this stuff, man. And they get the cell phone and they're living in these apartment complexes.
and homes, and some of them they have families, so they come on.
And then they play this bull crap narrative. Oh, this guy has a family and he's getting deported. Well, he's also a convicted murderer.
Yeah, and he's a pedophile too.
Yeah,
it's like, and then
he's living in an apartment complex where there's kids playgrounds and kids around. Come on,
no,
man.
and a lot of them have houses too. They have houses with brand new freaking appliances and brand new washer and dryer. I'm like, damn, they're living better than me. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? I'm an American.
Some people might not know this, but a couple years ago, they were called no, and they still do it a little bit, but no doc loans. They still do no doc loans, but it was a little different. Like you didn't even have to provide a social to get a loan for an FHA mortgage for a house. You could use this serial number and purchase a property. It was crazy, man.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people took advantage of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, hey, if you could take advantage, but I think it's been abused.
100%. 100%.
Because now the landlords, they can't take care of certain areas. Let's say like what happened in Chicago when they did the raid. That building had a lot of empty facilities, and they were all like squatters.
Gang, like people were there like they weren't even supposed to be there.
Yeah,
a lot of
I think it
criminals.
was like 37 of them.
Yeah,
crazy,
wild.
And they all had like really serious case too. It wasn't like little shit. It was like very serious. And they were just living right next to all these people, and they were harassing. There's still a lot of them out there, though.
Oh, for sure. You know what?
This is the beginning.
But they're also not the ones protesting. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not protesting because they want to stay here.
Yep. They're not out there screaming and hollering and doing all that fools.
It was wild.
They're picking them up at the house.
I saw the footage of the situation that happened in near Broadview, where the lady rammed and boxed those ICE agents in.
That's wild.
Rocks. People were throwing rocks at federal vehicles. Like what is wrong with these people? I think of
I did that.
John Kennedy, Senator Kennedy, when he did his campaign. He was like,
no, but I just did a report yesterday about the Ecuadorian president that got hammered with all those rocks and shit and shot at his motorcade.
Those people need to be federally charged and arrested.
Oh, they're going after them. They said they arrested a few of them, but no, I think that whole village is going to be in shit creek.
They need to start arresting more people, and not releasing them until their trial. These people are throwing rocks at cars. Yeah, you know what? They might be bulletproof, but you're still throwing and threatening violence against a federal officer. You need to be arrested. You need to be charged.
Yeah, I agree. Throw in the fucking books. I don't go fuck. Like you do the crime, you gotta do the time.
100%.
You act stupid, you get stupid rewards. There you go.
100, man. So
it's
all right,
that
man.
time.
I'm gonna make some hamburger meat.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Do you give her hamburger meat too? Do you cook it up for her and then let it cool down? You could make her, I guess, without the seasonings or anything.
Yes, I have in the past. So she used to be. I used to do a raw, where it was raw food and stuff. Today I probably won't because I'm gonna eat this hamburger meat.
This is hey pooches, look, this is what you're eating, motherfucker. Yeah. You're eating kibble tonight.
But I did because where I got the hamburger meat, I did pick up. She loves these pig ears. They're like smoked pig ears. So while I'm cooking, I'm gonna give her some pig ears, and I got the back door open because it's raining right now. It's so nice.
Oh, nice.
It's beautiful. So yeah, man, bro, great show tonight, man. I'll drop in with you next week, man.
All right, thanks, man. Thanks for
man. Thanks, chat. All right, I'll chat with you guys in a bit. All right.
Good night, man.
Same to you.
And it's me you have now. My mind over your matter. Thank you, Tyson DeLacruz, for coming through. Appreciate it. Another great Thursday. I gotta wait 7 days now. We all gotta wait 7 days. That's our punishment. I am your punishment. you have to watch me for 7 days straight to get your reward. Yeah, 7 days to get Tyson DeLacruz. Anyhow, I hope you guys are having a good night. I'm having a good night. A lot of crazy shit going on. Like, that Madani shit was wild. The Letitia James, the way she was like, the way she was speaking, right? Because she acting like she whack. Like, hold on, let me put this on pause. But she's like, I am not fearful. I'm fearless. I said it fucking better than she did. That bitch was trying to be like trying to like I don't know. She's trying to be like dramatic and shit. And like she's like they're weaponizing the DOJ. Like, don't worry that Biden was doing it when he was in president. Don't worry about that. It's none of your worries. But it's illegal for you to do this to me. It's not right. And I'm gonna prove my innocence. Like, what the fuck is going on here? It's like, that's Leticia James. Like, literally, like, I just could not believe this was her response. I'm gonna watch that again. I cannot believe that was her fucking response. I had Tyson here, but you know me. I'm like, what the fuck did this bitch say? Yeah, we're gonna find out. Because this bitch is crazy.
For Europe.
President's action. This is nothing more than a continuation of the president's desperate weaponization of our justice system. He is forcing federal law enforcement agencies to do his bidding, all because I did my job as the New York State Attorney General. These charges are baseless, and the president's own public statements make clear that his only goal is political retribution at any cost. The president's actions are a grave violation of our constitutional order and have drawn sharp criticism from members of both parties.
Why is she talking like that?
A United States attorney who refused to bring charges against me and replace them with someone who is blindly loyal not to the law, but to the president, is antithetical to the bedrock principles of our country. This is the time for leaders on both sides of the aisle to speak out against this blatant perversion of our system of justice. I stand strongly behind my office's litigation against the Trump Organization. We conducted a 2-year investigation based on the facts and evidence, not politics. Judges have upheld the trial court's finding that Donald Trump, his company, and his 2 sons are liable for fraud.
You know, and let's bring it back to me because I wanted to stop it there initially, but I had Tyson here. So, you know that they could sue Leticia James for that statement that she just made. You know, that case was thrown out. Like, Trump and the kids could turn around and sue for defamation, and they'll probably win. She's just digging herself her own little hole. She's just trying to be all tough. I'm like, I am tough, Trish. You're not gonna back down. I'm gonna stay strong. I'm claim both areas mine. And they're not gonna do anything to me because I'm not gonna be held accountable. I'm not gonna be held accountable. I don't know what that word means. Yep. There's your AG. I wonder how long it's going to take New York to part ways with her. Are they going to part ways with her? What Kathy Hochul going to do now that she's been indicted? Like, you can't have an indicted AG working. You know, she's been indicted. I don't know how this is unprecedented times we're witnessing. Ever since I got the third eye mask, everything's been coming like open and wide open for me to see, and everything's been just really fast. I'm like, holy shit, third eye! Thank you for being so fast. But everything that I want to see happen quick is starting to happen, and it's amazing. We're finally going to bring back accountability, make accountability great again. I think Tyson needs to make a cool design on it. The true American way, the true American MAGA way. It has to be the MAGA way and make accountability great again. And then we got to sell that motherfucker. Sell it, sell it, sell it. We got to sell it. Then we'll send a free shirt to Trump. We'll send it to the White House and say, Trump, this is a shirt for you. You know, we hope it gets to you. and a shirt for everybody in the office. I don't know, but it's we need to hold everyone accountable, and the true way of draining out the swamp. The first time around, it was interrupted on purpose by the C word, the COVID word, and that hindered Trump big time because he couldn't really do what he wanted to do because he had to handle that bullshit. And that was all a fucking distraction. We know the truth and what happened with that. I don't need to go back and like forget it. I already did and spoke about that. YouTube took down a lot of my channels because of it. A lot of my videos they took down because of that C word, that COVID word. It's crazy. But Trump now has the upper hand, and you could shut down the you want to shut the government down. Okay, all you're gonna do is piss off people. You're gonna piss off people that actually needs to get paid. You know, I'm pretty sure they were saving up money to absorb some of these hits of missing out on pay. I mean, I'm sure they were warned that this will happen, so I'm sure they saved up enough money, cleared up a credit card that they can live off of, and yeah, I think they're okay for a while. It's gonna start getting ridiculous if we get closer to Thanksgiving. You know, if we don't get this resolved before Halloween and it gets into November, then we're playing with fire because now you're messing with the holidays. And if the government's going to continue on with their bullshit, especially the Democrats during the holidays, that'd be fucked up. That'd be really fucked up. But I don't know. Are the Democrats the Scrooges of the world? I think so. Let's check out this crash. Let me see if I could set this up. So we got volume on here. All right, let's see what was this about, because this was the accident, the Giuliani accident. Let me see if I can make it big. And then let's listen in. Oh, wow. The police car is there. There's a couple of cars in the ditch. A few cars in the ditch. Oh my God. You saw how the cop went back more? That's to give distance for other cars from behind them to not hit, they have to move over and not hit the car. And then he has to go outside and start the flares and turn on the flares and close out that lane. This New Hampshire State Police. That's what I would have been doing. Making sure people, merge over. And then the fire department should be there already, probably on the other side. Man, what a horrible! Well, it didn't show the accident. I wanted to see the accident as happening. Is there more than this damn police? This police ain't doing shit. Hold on, let me move forward. Yeah, he ain't doing shit. All right, I wasn't gonna watch all that. It was just that. If that's the Giuliani's accident, well, what a horrible video. What a waste of fucking life we just had there. Giuliani, get well, man. I know that shit hurts. That shit is no joke. When you break your ribs and you hurt yourself inside, that pain hits harder. For some reason, it does. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to set this up. Let's come over here and let's watch this.
New York Attorney General Letitia James has been indicted on criminal bank fraud charges. James is being accused of having falsified records to meet certain lending requirements and receive favorable loan terms. We'll keep up with that story as it develops.
Crazy. Super sound. I don't need all that GGGG sound. Sounds crazy. But look at how she looks. Do you think she's a real person? She looks very alien here. If you look at where's she looking at? When she took this picture, what was in her mind when she took this picture? You know what I mean? It screams what? Entitlement? Spoil? I think so. Wow. These girls look fake as hell. It looks like the Wayne brothers. Which was the one that they do the one they dress up. I forgot the name of the movie. You can help me out in the chat. I forgot the name of the movie. Let me see. Anybody here? The Wayne brothers? I could check. I'll get the chat involved. Anyhow, let's keep it moving on with this one. No one is above the law. The charges, as alleged in this case, whatever. It's gotta keep it, gotta do it, gotta put her through the ringer. She did it to Trump, and she did it herself. And the thing is that she is guilty of doing it. Trump is innocent, and she's guilty. She's the real guilty one. You know what I mean? She's the real guilty one. They're still having a little sound. I hate that sound. Man, she committed fraud. And then she's trying to protect herself and protect her job. But how can you do that if you're a fraudster? And she knows she did wrong. She married her dad. Come on now. Now we gotta because she's a big black woman. She's all woman, big girl, big bone. The big bone girl. We gotta respect the big bone girl. She's the big tough one. She looks like Bowser. Like from Mario Brothers. She reminds me of Bowser. Like I don't know if it's the nose or the face, but she reminds me of Bowser. Like maybe one of the children when they grew up. Like this is what it turned into, and this is the other doofus. We're getting them both. Y'all wanted to start shit that y'all couldn't finish, right? Well, guess what? Trump's in office, and he's gonna start, and he's gonna finish y'all. And y'all gonna end up going to jail and serving some time, like he did to Trump's people. Yep. Remember the word accountability. And enjoy your stay in jail. Crooked bitch. She's crooked. She's a crooked. Ugh. Thank God I didn't want to listen to her talk. I thought she was gonna fucking put me to sleep with that bullshit. She's crazy. I'm sorry. I don't trust her. I don't trust Letitia James. She's a weird one. Yes, she is. I can't stand her. No, I can't. I can't stand that bitch. Oh, I got a video of the helicopter. You guys want to see the helicopter land? I saw. I was like, holy shit. Let me set it up. Because there's a video. Because we were watching this yesterday on yesterday's show. So this is like a continuation of yesterday's show, which is a good thing. I like doing that. Why not, right? Let me see. See if I can get out of here. Let me see if there's anything else like breaking news. I don't think there's anything breaking. But I could double check. It was a good night. I had a great time with Tyson. It was fun. I had a good time. I'm trying to see if there's okay, there's a Waters. We can watch that. I still got some time to spare here. We're just seeing what else is on the news that I would like to watch with you guys together. I hope you guys having a good night. I had a great night. I was having a good time. Had Tyson here. We're linking up, communicating, speaking. Like we were on the same page. It's always fun when you're having great conversations and when both are on the same page. Like there's no friction. No friction. Let me see if this is the helicopter. If this is another helicopter one. Give me 1 second to double check. I'm setting up the videos right now, so bear with me. Got too many things going on over here. Ugh. All right, this is the helicopter. Yeah, this was the fucking helicopter. Oh Lord, we're gonna watch the helicopter. Which one's this one? This is another. Two helicopters? Don't tell me that. Am I getting two helicopters? Did I open two? I sure did. You know, we're gonna watch them anyways. On Jesse Waters. So we're gonna watch this one too. Expand this one out. Setting them up. And then we're going to wrap it up. Let's see. Oh, Rita. We got to watch Rita. Okay. So let me move this one over here. There. You guys want to watch the helicopter first? Because I got 2 of the helicopter. Yeah, let's watch the helicopter first. Because I got 2 of them here. Let me move this over. Because I like to have things set up a certain way. Especially when I like doing like shows with Tyson, and it's different than how I do my show. So let's go ahead and let's watch the helicopter. Let's see how the hell this happened.
Whereas the young woman, Mrs. Watson, remembered, had been all soft.
That's the helicopter right there. Look.
Her eyes deep wells, rather than.
Let's make it big. Look. Oh, it crashed.
The Maharani sat down. Her motion, too, had a glacial grandeur. I apologize for my first.
Oh my God! Look at it. What's that thing coming out of the helicopter? What is that?
PR comes from NPR stations. Other contributors include the George Lucas Educational Foundation.
Oh my God! Look, the kids holding on to the mother. There's a police that's a police bike. It's like a police oh, look at these cars. They were going fast. And they slowed down. That's the scary part, because people are coming so fast they don't know. They can't get through. They're not gonna be able to get through.
Had the Maharani sent a terribly severe-looking aunt in her place? The next moment she recognized those remarkable eyes. But it was as if the same bouquet of roses was now encased in a block of ice. In which case it was not the bouquet one noticed, but the ice. There would be no embrace, no tears of either joy or sorrow.
She's listening to the audiobook?
Steeled herself and curtsied.
She's listening to an audiobook. That's badass.
The Maharani inclined her stately head. Mr. Mears brought in the tea tray and left. The 2 women remained standing.
Whoever's driving is driving pretty good.
And how statue.
Ambulance up there.
Whereas the young woman, Mrs.
There's already rescue there. Oh, the helicopter was going to rescue them? Oh, it probably was. Oh shit, here comes the helicopter. Boom.
The Maharani sat down. Her motion, too, had a glacial.
Oh my God, look at the stuff that's like spraying out from underneath.
PR comes from NPR stations. Other contributors include the George Lucas Educational Foundation, creator of.
Oh my God, that looks so scary. That it's wild. I'm sorry, that's wild. Let's take it off to over here. The scary part is when those cars coming so damn fast. Let's put the volume up.
Pilot, a nurse, and a paramedic are all being treated for critical injuries at the UC Davis Medical Center.
Wait, hold on. I didn't hear it because I had it on pause. Go back.
It's been almost 24 hours since a medical chopper crashed on Highway 50 in Sacramento.
Tonight, the pilot, a nurse, and a paramedic are all being treated for critical injuries at the UC Davis Medical Center.
Yeah, and today we're hearing from the people who jumped into action to rescue those crew members.
Our Investigates team is also looking into the history of medical helicopter crashes across the U.S. and the potential reason the helicopter didn't burst into flames.
But we want to start tonight with a final radio call from the helicopter to Sacramento Executive Airport's tower. And this is just minutes before that crash.
Taxi, check tower, reset 5, lifting from UC Davis, en route to McClellan. Reset 5, departure lifting, 5 from Rick, wind calm, altimeter 2979. 2979.
Tonight, the FAA and the NTSB are leading the investigation into what happened in the moments before the crash. We have been in close contact with the UC Davis Medical Center today, waiting for an update on the condition of those 3 victims. We know all 3 were taken there in critical condition. We have not received an update since last night. There were no patients on board that helicopter when it crashed, and no one on the ground was injured.
Tonight, friends are confirming one of the people critically hurt in that chopper is longtime flight nurse Susie Smith. A friend in Reading who also works in the medical field tells me Susie went to Nicaragua every year to fix cleft palates and is the most giving person she's ever known. And she just saw her this past Friday.
You know, I got my usual hug and we were talking and I said, well, what about you, Susie? When are you wanting to retire? And she looked at me with her pretty blue eyes and she just said, I still love my job, Mary. I'm not close to being retired yet.
Well, Mary there wants to thank the people who helped lift that helicopter off one of the victims, saying it shows people can still come together. Another friend we spoke with tonight said Susie's brain is swelling, so she is still extremely critical. And right now we are working to get more information on the pilot and the paramedic, also critically hurt.
Tonight, new video shows the helicopter's moment of impact on Highway 50. This is dash cam video. You can see that helicopter coming in very low on the right side of your screen. Once the helicopter cleared those trees, you saw it crash hard into a highway embankment and then skid across all lanes. You can also see what looks like basically white smoke coming from the scene right after the crash. People jumped out of their cars, running over to find ways to help the crew.
And we have a better idea of what the helicopter was doing in the hours before that crash. The flight logs show it left Red Bluff Municipal Airport at 5:50. 45 minutes later, the chopper arrived at the UC Davis Medical Center. And just after 7, you heard the pilot request liftoff from the UC Davis Medical Center. It was just seconds later that helicopter crashed on Highway 50.
And again, after that crash, people got out of their cars and rushed in to help. Some helped firefighters lift and push the helicopter off of one of the victims who was trapped
Look, the firefighters weren't so far away.
To the helicopter, grabbed a piece of the tail section there where there was a space, and when they started to tell us to lift, we started lifting it up.
So I jumped out of the car and ran up there, and at the time there were only, I don't know, 3 or 4 people around the helicopter. One was down trying to talk to one of
like
the
2 American heroes.
One of the paramedics.
To get recognized.
She was obviously pinned in by the helicopter itself, and she at least was moving, but we were trying to keep her still so that she wasn't, going to cause any damage from her contact with the metal. And so I was holding her legs while the lady up front was trying to talk her down and make sure she, calmed down a bit.
It was just amazing how many people just started running to help, and I thought, I guess I just thought this was amazing, and I started, taking a video of it. And, people didn't question.
Well, tonight we are hearing the first moments officials were alerted of the crash. The Sacramento Sheriff's helicopter Star 7 notified the tower about it. Here is some of that 12-minute exchange.
Reports of the helicopter crash, Highway 50 and Howe Avenue. You have any info? Helicopter crash? Yeah, there's also might have been a medevac there, so they might just be completely confusing it. Did you have somebody land there recently? Negative. I had one depart. It's just north of the med center. Be looking. Star 7, then you said they're okay? No idea yet. We don't have any confirmation on anything. Just there's a plume of smoke though. It's in the middle of the freeway. We're getting medical to them immediately. Its transponder just popped back on. It is reach 5. Ambulances are here. They're working on them. They just radioed everybody's still alive in the thing.
Yeah, that last part was just information we were all waiting to hear. So today, first responders who were on the ground and in the sky during this response talked to us about the teamwork that it took to help those victims. And Gulston's here now with those perspectives.
Just think about the people who happened to be in the right place at this time, right? It really was something, including this guy. Deputy Duncan Brown was on a patrol flight for the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office. When we heard that there had been a crash, he said from the sky he tried to coordinate getting first responders to the scene, with traffic on 50 complicating those efforts.
It was complex. The freeway backed up immediately, and we could see all kinds of first responders trying to get to it, and they just couldn't. So we suggested coming in backwards on the freeway to it. One of our canines got there immediately and started dealing with it on the ground.
Now, while he couldn't speak to the actual details of the crash itself, he does say, as someone with flight experience, he credits the pilot for navigating them through some challenging airspeeds and altitudes to as safe a place as possible.
He was able to keep his momentum and clear all those houses to Highway 50, and then find a open spot on Highway 50 where he didn't hit any civilians as well, too. So major credit to that pilot.
Yeah, that helicopter had just taken off when it ran into problems, and that means the pilot really just had seconds to find a safe place to land. And again, it's just amazing that the right people were in the area to jump in to help, and there were no cars in the area where that pilot had to pick.
And it appears, I mean, very experienced pilot, because today we talked to Live Copter 3 pilot Dan Oppenheim, who also described what may have been incredibly precise and important decisions in those critical moments.
That pilot managed to avoid a residential area. They were, if I had to guess, less than 500 feet over houses, and managed to get the helicopter about a quarter of a mile to an open roadway. They didn't come into contact with any vehicles. I didn't see any substantial damage to property on the ground. So that pilot and crew managed to keep the helicopter from causing any extra harm to anyone on the ground. Landing on the highway and blocking a highway for a few hours is an inconvenience. Crashing into someone's house can be deadly.
Yeah.
So we're getting a better idea of the helicopter's flight path. In the seconds after takeoff, we now know that chopper was only in the air for less than 30 seconds before coming down on Highway 50. So take a look at this animation that we put together of the flight path. The first signal from the helicopter shows it took off at 7:05 and 12 seconds. 7 seconds later, it reaches the maximum altitude of 475 feet, and then the helicopter immediately starts losing altitude. Look at that neighborhood right there. That last signal was at about 250 feet at 7:05:30, which is less than 20 seconds after leaving the helipad. Moments later, it crashes right there in the freeway. That entire flight lasting less than 30 seconds. And we're learning more about the helicopter that did crash, known as Reach 5. It was an H-130. That's an Airbus helicopter. It has a single engine. It's tailored to moving people and medical missions. Reach has this photo on its website of the same type of chopper. Federal records show the chopper that crashed was manufactured in 2021. Reach, by the way, stands for Redwood Empire Air Care Helicopter. They offer critical care air services throughout California, Nevada, Oregon, Colorado, and Wyoming.
All day, our investigations team has been looking into other incidents involving Reach helicopters in our area. There have been two in the past decade. The first was in Apple Valley back in November of 2015. That happened as firefighters were training to load and unload patients. A towel that was unsecured near the landing site was caught up into a tail rotor that has a cover on it. There were no injuries. That was less than 3 feet off the ground when that happened. The second incident was in December of 2022. During a cruise flight at dusk, they spotted a flock of birds at about 1,500 feet. The pilot was wearing night vision goggles. They tried to climb to avoid the birds, and that's when they heard a loud bang. The aircraft began to vibrate, and the pilot did land safely in a nearby field. The bird had hit the windshield and damaged the windscreen, but there were no malfunctions and there were no injuries.
So Andrea Flores joins us now, and you've been looking into emergency helicopter crashes. What have you learned?
Yeah, we have a lot of data from across the country, and we've been looking into air ambulances and accidents based on data from the NTSB and the FAA. So here's what we've learned. Looking into all helicopter air ambulance services, the Air Medical Journal analyzed accident data from 2010 to 2021. Their report shows between 2010 and 2015, the NTSB reported 47 incidents. 21 of them were deadly. Now, from 2016 to 2021, we see a big difference here. There were 36 accidents, and 6 of them were fatal. That's a significant reduction in deadly accidents when you look at that data. So the Air Medical Journal says this could be due to changes in regulations, training, safety awareness initiatives, and advancements in technology.
All right, thank you. And some of those advancements may have played a role in why the helicopter did not explode into flames. According to Reach, this chopper, manufactured in 2021, had what's called a crash-resistant fuel system. This essentially keeps any fuel from leaking out and exploding. It's something the NTSB recommended Airbus choppers like this one have after 2 crashes in 2015, where people survived the chopper crash but died of burn injuries because the jet fuel exploded.
We will, of course, continue to follow this on air and online, especially as we get updates on the condition of those 3 crew members who were injured in the crash. We are also following the investigation into what happened to that helicopter.
Wow, that is crazy. You imagine you as a nurse and you're in a helicopter going to see a patient or something. Next thing you know, you take off from the hospital and you think you're on your way to your location. All of a sudden, you start losing altitude, and you're like, "Oh shit, something's up. Something's not working right. Something's like, I think we're going down. All right, everyone, brace yourselves." You know, it's like that's how much time you had, and they crashed. And what a hell of a pilot, because the way he crashed. Yeah, I mean, they're fucked. They're fucked up for, some of them are hurt really bad, but they still survive a helicopter crash. That's insane. That's wild. Okay, let's see what we're gonna watch. I think Tyson's video should be coming up. Let me check that out first. Like I said, I hope you guys are having a good night. I turned off the lights. I went lights out. It saves my eyes. Like I can see the television better. And it's easier for me to do the show for sure. Yep. He put up a new video 2 minutes ago. Nice. So we're going to finish off the night with that. Let me get it ready. Okay, we got that ready. Let's make it nice and big.
We want to make sure that.
Okay, I don't know why I started it myself, but okay, so we got that there. Just gotta close a couple of windows. I feel like deja vu. It feels like deja vu. I don't know why. Train of Truth. Letitia James. I've been waiting for this day for a long time. Long time. Now, are you truly going to be held accountable? That's the real question. It's the multi-million-dollar question. Let me see. I was just trying to see this video, but I think this is an older video that we're going to watch. I think they caught this guy, if I'm not mistaken. I think they caught him. But let's go ahead and watch. Anyways, I think they caught this guy.
These are the best pictures the NYPD is currently working with
asking the public for help identifying the suspect who allegedly beat a man to death in the middle of the afternoon at the J Street subway station.
Yeah, they caught
It
him.
happened around 3 p.m. near the turn at the entrance on the corner of streets.
I hope somebody finds him.
Both of these surveillance pictures are from inside a subway station. The NYPD posting on X that following the vicious attack, the suspect exited the J Street subway station, walked to the Hoyt Street subway station in Brooklyn, and then boarded a Bronx-bound 2 train. We asked people who work in the area if they've seen the man. Doesn't look familiar at all.
I mean, if I was there, I'd knock him out. But honestly, just be careful.
I'm told the victim did not have identification on him when he was found. Police trying to figure out if this was random or targeted. The daytime attack unsettling for people who normally take the subway.
That's crazy.
I do take the subway. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, maybe today I'll go to another subway station.
Yeah.
And there was also another incident in the subway today, about 45 minutes after this.
I would never
attack,
get on the subway
man was
in New
slashing
York.
people, but he is expected to survive.
I went on it a long time ago. I went on the subway a long time ago. I actually went on it with my sister. And we were going to see the Statue of Liberty. So we took it from the Times Square and took us to I forgot the name of the Battery Park. And we went to go look at the Statue of Liberty from a distance. I had a good phone, so I took good pictures. But yeah, we had a good time when my sister had came. That was a long time ago. That was before she had her baby. Now her baby's like 4 years old. I still haven't seen the baby yet. I haven't seen the baby yet. I just can't travel out like that. Especially with my neck all jacked up and I'm getting this treatment. That my chiropractor, he put this like, you know, the massage things like they really vibrate like really hard. He put that on my back and he was like going around my whole back and stuff and around my shoulders. And oh my God. And he was hitting areas where it's like real sensitive, like on your back. And it's like, oof. I had to remember to breathe. Because I was like, oh shit, if I like keep holding in my breath and I don't breathe, I'm gonna pass the fuck out right here. So I kind of remember to like keep breathing. So it was hard. But next week, tomorrow is actually my first last day of the break. I have Friday off, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday is a chiropractor, physical therapy, off on Wednesday, Thursday, chiropractor, Friday, physical therapy. It's 4 days of torture. That's what I call it. It's not fun. And people think, oh, I wish I could go and like not what they do to me. I don't think you want that. That shit was pretty painful. I was like, oh my goodness. And you know, when they put the tense unit on too, and they turn up the power, and you start feeling the nerves. It's pretty unique, you know. And it's all inside, you know. We're all built a certain way, and we're all attached by, you know, ligaments and all this like connectivity from our nerves. Like we're very special. All of us, we're all special. The fact that you're alive, this makes you very special. You're alive during these special times. Freaking Letitia Jackson got indicted. She's like, indicted? Indicted? Oh. Like fun with Dick and Jane. Indicted. Like Jim Carrey when he's saying indicted. Oh man. I'm pretty sure someone's doing a video of that. Like Letitia James acting like Jim Carrey about getting indicted. That would be a very funny video, like an AI video. Yeah, I'm looking into the AI stuff. It's very, you can get yourself really lost in it. It's it's cool. Like I developed this sign today, and I thought it was so cool. I was like, man, that's really cool. And I wanted to use it for today's show. I try to change it up. I don't know. I'm gonna need to have a drive. I'm gonna have to put like a memory box, so when I get these videos and stuff, I can save it on that instead of saving it on the computer. I need to transfer them all to it's like a memory box that I have. Where is it? I think I have it. It's over here. I just gotta connect it to the laptop. So, because I got a lot of ideas and what I want to do for the background. As the show grows, I'll grow with it. All right, let's see what else we're gonna watch. Let's watch. Let's see, what was okay? Let's go this here. Let's see what this is about. I don't know. The picture's weird because I'm looking at that's Bush, that's Junior. This was 9/11. Whispers can change the world. I remember this when this happened. And then he looked off with a dead stare. Like it was the mission was taken, Like both of them hit. And then whatever hit the Pentagon, we still don't know what that is. They won't ever tell us. But just saying, maybe the invisible plane, I guess. Okay, let's go ahead and watch this.
Changed the world. Bush heard war. Trump heard peace. And the world's celebrating.
I'm telling you, Trump is gonna be. Look, they're happy with Trump. The world is happy with Trump, and the Americans are so bitter. See Gaza?
Trump decided to get in on the party too. He gave Israel a ring and said, "Your families are coming home."
Mr. President, we believe in you. We know you've done so much for us over the past, since you became a president.
God bless you, Mr. President. God bless America.
Thank you very much. You just take care of yourselves. The hostages will come back. They're all coming back on Monday.
All of them.
I'm gonna try to get them all
Donald
back.
Trump spent all night in the Oval Office, putting the finishing touches on the Israeli-Palestinian peace deal. He walked into his quarterly cabinet meeting, and it was all love.
I don't know if one day perhaps the entire story will be told about the events of yesterday, but suffice it to say, it's not an exaggeration that none of it would have been possible without the President of the United States being involved.
Yeah, Rubio definitely could be vice president.
Next week, the last remaining hostages will return to Israel and be reunited with their families.
At some point very soon, we are going to see 20 living human beings emerge from the darkness
I hope
into the light for the first
honor
time in
it.
2
I hope they
years.
don't
I
come
think
in body
it will go down
bags.
as a historic moment in the history of our country, and something our country should be very proud of, that we have a president that's committed to not just peace, but to the human aspect of reuniting these families.
The front page of the Jerusalem Post, he's bringing them home. Lives will always be more important than land. You can get land back, but you can't get lives back. And guess what day tomorrow is? Nobel Peace Prize Day. And Trump hasn't been thinking about it at all.
I know this, that nobody in history has solved 8 wars in a period of 9 months. And I've stopped 8 wars. So that's never happened before. But they'll have to do what they do. Whatever they do is fine. I know this. I didn't do it for that. I did it because I saved a lot of lives.
Trump's not being selfish. If he can't get the Nobel, he'll settle for a one-way ticket to heaven. But that Nobel would look nice next to his multiple club championships at Mar-a-Lago. Or in the Oval, the gold matches the trim. Trump's not the only one who thinks he deserves it. Israel says, stop the count.
A grateful nation thanks President Trump for the return of the hostages, for the peace he has brought to the region. I call on the Nobel Committee to award President Trump the Nobel Peace Prize.
The Jewish farmers like that idea, too. In the fields, they carved Nobel for Trump. Even Democrats are saying it's too big to rig.
I think the whole point of having a Nobel Peace Prize is for ending wars and promoting peace. And if he brings the Ukrainian war to its end, I'll be the Democrat leading the committee.
Every Democrat should be celebrating, right? Rashida Tlaib used to spend weekends banging pots and pans outside of the Capitol, screaming, "Free Gaza." Well, Trump just freed Gaza. And what did Tlaib say? Nothing. Not a tweet, not a press release.
Wow.
Nothing. Makes you wonder if she really wanted to free Gaza at all. Maybe she was more into the Intifada. Even the media is saying Trump pulled off the deal of the century.
Make no mistake, it looks like President Trump has actually pulled off something here that many presidents before him have failed to do.
It is a remarkable achievement, and President Trump most certainly deserves credit for his role. He has done this through diplomacy, pressure, and the sheer force of his personality and persistence.
There's no way that I can see that this would have been done without Trump's pressure in the final hours.
Biden couldn't pull this off because he had a nasty relationship with the Saudi prince. And after October 7th, didn't give Netanyahu enough room for revenge. Trump's first visit this term was to the Arab states, announcing a bonanza of billion-dollar deals. Then Trump joined Israel's attack on Iran, bunker busters. And then he said, all right, you two, knock it off, but still let Bibi have a free hand in Gaza. And then the prime minister miscalculated. He launched airstrikes against Hamas negotiators in Qatar. Qatar's an ally, a business partner. We have bases there. The Arab world was humiliated, and Trump was shocked. He summoned Netanyahu into the Oval, handed him a phone, and made him call Qatar and apologize in front of the cameras. Some said it looked like a hostage video. Afterwards, Trump put out a 20-point peace plan and told Bibi, sign it or American support for Israel's done. When the Israelis were still trying to nitpick parts of the deal, Trump said, stop looking for loopholes. Netanyahu countered, how do we know Hamas isn't just bluffing? Trump said, why are you being so effing negative? And he told Hamas, sign it or I'm letting Netanyahu off the leash. That means 72 virgins by New Year's. Historians are saying Bush, the elder, thought this was impossible.
I said, this is a man who spent decades dealing with this. I said, Mr. President, do you think this ever gets resolved? And he said, God, I don't know. That's what one of the most experienced diplomatic presidents in American history thought, is that it was an unknowable thing.
Why couldn't career diplomats get this done? Kerry, Hillary, Blinken. We were told Biden was a foreign policy savant. And now Democrats are asking, what happened?
Why do you think that this was not doable when President Biden was in office?
I think the biggest problem that
the President Biden had is there was no pressure from Qatar, from Turkey, from Egypt.
But I think by saying that, it's sort of an acknowledgement Trump has changed that dynamic.
The Middle East didn't respect Biden. It's never a good idea to tell the Arabs, you're swearing off oil and going green, and then come calling back to the kingdom begging for more oil from a guy you called a killer. Leaving Afghanistan didn't help very much either. Trump was a lot different.
Obviously, the President of the United States, a New York real estate billionaire, one of the most famous New Yorkers in the world, has a lot of interaction with a lot of people who are very pro-Israel. I think that was an important set of experiences and life experiences that he brought to the table. He also, of course, knew one of the most famous Palestinians in the world, Chuck Schumer, and I think without that background...
With the help of Marco Rubio, Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, and of course Donald Trump, all New York real estate developers put pressure on both sides and got them to sign on the dotted line. Personal diplomacy, business investments, and deterrence, aka Operation Midnight Hammer, convinced all the parties to listen and follow 47's lead because they trusted him. And most importantly, they respected him. When Biden said don't, everyone did. But with Donald Trump, when he says don't, then you don't. And now that's the rule even for Israel. The world was used to the Obama-Biden way of doing things. They just throw money at the problem. And when they didn't get results, they just throw more money. Trump's always been about making money, not giving it away.
Gaza is going to be slowly redone. You have tremendous wealth in that part of the world by certain countries, and just a small part of that, what they make will do wonders for Gaza.
With the hostages freed and when the fighting stops, fingers crossed, an alliance between Israel and Saudi Arabia can finally gel, and the Abraham Accords can spread. The crippling of the Iranian nuclear program made that possible. That means we can pivot to the Pacific and back into the Western Hemisphere if the Middle East can make money, not war. We spend our money on America, not light it on fire policing a troubled desert. And who knows? Maybe we'll build a Trump Tower in Gaza overlooking the Mediterranean. The views are astonishing. Not a bad place to hang the Nobel.
Well, I wish I'd give it to him so we could stop talking about it because it is so obnoxious that he thinks he should get it.
Why can't we talk about the Nobel? Obama got one. That was a DEI prize. Even he admitted he didn't earn it.
Obama got a prize. He didn't even know what he got. He got elected, and they gave it to Obama for doing absolutely nothing but destroying our country. No, he was not a good president. The worst president was Sleepy Joe Biden, but Obama was not a good president.
Trump stopped 8 wars since January. 8. A guy who stops wars, do you call him Hitler? How do Democrats feel now, trying to arrest the man who made peace in the Middle East? With all this success, maybe we should let him run for a third term.
Want even more Fox News on YouTube? Become a Fox News patron.
Why not? I mean, I'm cool with it. Let him run.
President Stu, you have time and again said that one should not underestimate Mr. Trump's ability. Do you personally believe that Mr. Trump deserves to win the Nobel Peace Prize tomorrow?
Well, I think that's probably a decision that comes from the Nobel Committee. And my take is that there are two key pieces that have to be solved in the big picture. One is in the Middle East, and we're seeing the results of that. And then the other one is between Russia and Ukraine. And once those are solved, I don't see any impediments to it.
Nominate Mr. Trump next year if he doesn't win?
This year? I think probably the best nomination would be coming from Zelensky and then the King of Jordan. Those would be two that would come. But I think you have to, my experience with the Nobel Peace Prize comes from Martti Ahtisaari, the former president of Finland. He got it in 2008, and he got it because he negotiated 3 peace agreements on 3 different continents. Namibia in Africa, Kosovo, Serbia in Europe, and then Aceh in Indonesia. And his message was always that when you do a peace agreement, the key is that it looks like an equal match, that the big guy doesn't win over the small guy, and vice versa. But I have to say that the track record of the President of the United States in the past 7 months, 8 months is rather impressive.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. First of all, thank you, all of you, in behalf of the State of Israel, for everything that you're doing for my country. I want to know, how do you see the Middle East in a year from now under your leadership? And if you see maybe option for normalization between Israel and Saudi Arabia?
I think it's going to be great. I think it's the hostages will be coming back Monday or Tuesday. I'll probably be there. I hope to be there, and we're planning on leaving sometime Sunday, and I look forward to it. And everybody I see is celebrating in Israel, but they're celebrating in many other countries too. A lot of the Muslim and Arab countries, they're celebrating. Everybody's celebrating. Everybody loves the deal. So it's a great honor to have been working on it. And as you know, it's all finalized and done. We've had a lot of terrifically talented people. We've had tremendous support from UAE, Saudi Arabia. Qatar has been unbelievable. Egypt, as you know, and Jordan. Indonesia. I mean, I don't want to leave anybody out. Just so many different countries. It's been incredible. Nobody's seen anything like it. So I think in a year from now, it's going to be great. I think it's going to be great.
Mr. President, how do you rate your chances of winning the Nobel Peace Prize tomorrow?
Well, I don't know. Look, I made 7 deals, and now it's 8. Solved the wars, one going 31 years, one going 34 years, one going 35 years, one going 10 years. I made 7 deals. This would be number 8. The one I thought that I was going to make, and I think we will probably, is because it's a ridiculous war. It's a horrible war. The worst since World War II. If you look at the people doing is Russia, Ukraine. I think we'll do that too. We've a lot of reasons for them to do it, and I think they'll be coming to the table pretty soon. But this is the biggest of them all. This is a big one. Although I think India and Pakistan is very big. 2 nuclear nations. I did that based on trade and because of the tariffs. If we didn't have tariffs, you wouldn't have been able to do it. But I said, if you guys are going to fight, I'm putting 100% tariffs on each of you. And they immediately stopped fighting, and that was going to go nuclear. You know,
yeah, that was going to go real quick.
So I know one thing. I don't know what they're going to do.
A couple of jets were lost.
I know this, that
on both
nobody
sides.
in history has solved 8 wars in a period of 9 months, and I've stopped 8 wars. So that's never happened before. But they'll have to do what they do. Whatever they do is fine. I know this. I didn't do it for that. I did it because I saved a lot of lives. And that's the thing that bothers me so much about the Russia-Ukraine. 7,000 people are dying a week. Young soldiers. They're almost all soldiers of Ukraine and Russia. So in theory, it doesn't affect us, no, but it's a terrible thing. And we'll get that solved too. But nobody has ever done 8 wars. Nobody's done 8 wars in 30 years, let alone 9 months.
Wow. That's impressive, you know. That's a really hard-working president, for sure. All right, so we reached that time of the night where we have the last show, and the last show is reserved for Tyson DeLacruz, who was here earlier today. Spent a good 2 hours. It's been keeping it to 2 hours. It's pretty cool. We had a good time, good conversations. Like, we don't talk beforehand, so we don't come pre-planned with a topic or anything like that. No, this is like unscripted. We don't even communicate like that, because I want to keep it that pure. You know, he comes in here, I come in, and we focus on something. We just talk, and boom, natural. You know, just keep it flowing, and I like that. You know, I really like the unscripted. It's fun. All right, let me see what I have here. The last one is Tyson DeLacruz. Yeah, I want to get to bed early. I'm really getting tired. So, yeah, the chiropractor did a lot on me today. So I feel very, very tired. I hope I sleep good tonight. But man, he went all out. It was, but thank you, and we'll see. Let's go and set this up. All right, let's watch and enjoy.
That those that are receiving taxpayer dollars are actually in good standing with our state government before they get a dollar.
America, Minnesota just leadership creates a culture of corruption and incompetence. We've got witness tampering in the massive Feeding Our Future fraud case, over $600 million in federal energy grants yanked away because of poor oversight, and millions more going to nonprofits that aren't even properly registered with the state. This isn't just government failure. This is what happens when you elect people who care more about virtue signaling than actually governing.
Crazy.
Prosecutors say Abdi Wahab Mohammed pressured a witness not to testify.
As we first reported last week, Mohammed is accused of witness tampering.
What is up, guys? Tyson DeLacruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Minnesota has become the poster child for everything wrong with democratic governance, from massive fraud schemes to federal funding disasters to basic administration incompetence. But let's break down this trifecta of failure. Let's start with one of the most outrageous parts of this story. Abdi Wahab Mohammed, one of the defendants in the massive Feeding Our Future fraud case, just got thrown in the jail for witness tampering. But here's what should make you pretty pissed off. This guy was walking around free, intimidating witnesses at the Mall of America while prepping for trial on charges for stealing $17.5 million in taxpayer money meant to feed children.
It was here at Nickelodeon Universe where prosecutors say their witness was sitting on a bench when Mohammed approached, stood over her, called her a snitch, and made her promise not to testify.
Think about this for a second. This criminal was so brazen, he approached a witness at a family entertainment center, stood over her like a mob enforcer, called her a snitch, and demanded she promise not to testify against him. This is organized crime behavior happening in broad daylight in Minnesota.
One of those co-defendants told prosecutors Mohammed called them a snitch and made them promise not to testify against him.
But here's the part that exposes Minnesota's complete failure of leadership. This isn't the first time we've seen witness intimidation in the Feeding Our Future case. Remember that attempted juror bribery where somebody dropped off $100,000 in cash at the juror's home?
Prosecutors said it was something out of a mob movie. You might remember this happened at the end of the first Feeding Our Future trial involving 7 defendants last summer. Before that case went to a jury, a woman dropped off a bag with $120,000 at the home of a juror.
This is what happens when you create a culture where criminals believe they can operate with impunity. When your state government is so focused on social justice initiative bullcrap that they ignore basic oversight. Criminals get emboldened to the point where they can intimidate witnesses and bribe jurors like it's business as usual. Now let's talk about how Minnesota's incompetence just cost taxpayers over $600 million in federal energy grants. The Trump administration canceled these grants, rightfully so, and the Minnesota Democrats are crying retaliation. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. These grants were canceled because Minnesota can't demonstrate that they were advancing American energy needs.
Well, in total, we can now report that Minnesota has had about 12 grants canceled worth more than $600 million in full, largely centered around renewable energy efforts.
Let's break down what Minnesota lost. $460 million in transmission line upgrades, $70 million for an Xcel Energy battery project, millions more in various renewable energy bojangle bullcrap, and even more funding for car sharing programs in East St. Paul. Yeah, you heard that right. They were using federal energy grants for car sharing programs. Energy Secretary Chris Wright was crystal clear about why these grants were terminated. They spent months reviewing the merits of these projects and determined that they didn't make any sense for American taxpayers. But Minnesota Democrats like Betty McCollum are calling it punitive and childish.
Punitive. This is being harmful. This, in my opinion, almost bears to be childish.
Here's what's really childish. Spending taxpayer money on projects that don't advance American energy security while your state is dealing with massive fraud scandals and basic administration failures. Just maybe if Minnesota's leadership focused on competent governance instead of virtue signaling, they wouldn't be losing federal funding. But it gets worse. Minnesota has been handing out nearly $20 million in state money to nonprofits that aren't even properly registered with the state attorney general's office. We're talking about 24 organizations that receive taxpayer funding while failing to meet basic legal requirements.
30,000 Feet is one of 24 organizations identified by 5 investigates that received state money, but that are not registered with the state attorney general's office.
One nonprofit, 30,000 Feet, received over $4 million in state funding since 2022 while not being properly registered. And their excuse, they had a lapse because they were supposed to have quote unquote wet signatures. See, what happened was, that's government speak for we screwed up on the paperwork.
We had lapse. I think we were supposed to have wet signatures. So by the time we figured out that we didn't have the wet signatures, we had lapsed within the AG office.
But here's the most outrageous part. There's no law requiring lawmakers or state agencies to verify that nonprofits are properly registered before handing out taxpayer money. Think about that. Minnesota is writing checks to organizations without doing basic due diligence.
In fact, we found there is no law that requires lawmakers or state agencies to verify first that a nonprofit is registered with the AG's office.
7 organizations never even responded to reporters asking about their registration status, including one called KJU that received over $700,000 and now appears to be completely missing in action. That's right, they took $750,000 in taxpayer money and then poof, just disappeared. Let's connect the dots here because this isn't just a series of unrelated failures. This is a pattern that reveals everything wrong with democratic governance in Minnesota. First scandal where you have criminals stole hundreds of millions of dollars meant to feed children, and they feel so entitled they're intimidating witnesses and bribing jurors. This happens because Minnesota's oversight was so weak that criminals can operate massive fraud schemes for years without detection. Second, you have the federal government pulling $600 million in grants because Minnesota can't demonstrate competent project management or alignment with national energy priorities. This happens because Minnesota's leadership is so focused on progressive virtue signaling than actual results. Third, you have the state handing out $20 million to nonprofits that can't even complete basic registration paperwork. This happens because there's no accountability or oversight in Minnesota's grant process.
Is the state not checking this before they hand out public dollars?
It doesn't sound like the state is doing a very good job checking, and that's something that will need to change.
House Speaker Lisa DeMuth hit the nail on the head with this one. The state isn't doing a very good job checking before it hands out public dollars. But this isn't just incompetence. This is an inevitable result of prioritizing ideology over competence. What we're seeing in Minnesota is what happens when you elect leaders who view government as a vehicle for social justice rather than an institution that has to be managed. When your primary qualification for government positions is ideological alignment rather than competence, you get exactly what Minnesota has: systematic failure across multiple agencies and programs. The Feeding Our Future scandal involves 76 people being charged with stealing money meant to feed children. The witness tampering and juror bribery attempts shows that criminals view Minnesota's justice system as a joke that they can simply manipulate.
Prosecutors call him the chief document fabricator at S&S Catering, creating fake invoices and phony meal count sheets supported by made-up names of children he allegedly generated with a spreadsheet and the website listofrandomnames.com.
The federal grant cancellation shows that even the federal government has lost confidence in Minnesota's ability to manage taxpayer resources effectively. When you're losing $600 million in federal funding, that's not retaliation. That is simply accountability. The nonprofit registration failure shows that Minnesota can't even handle basic administrative functions. When you're writing checks to organizations without verifying that they met legal requirements to even operate. But the real cost isn't financial. It's the complete erosion of public trust in government institutions. When criminals can operate massive fraud schemes, intimidate witnesses, and bribe jurors while the state hands out money to unregistered nonprofits and loses federal funding due to incompetence, you've created a culture where corruption and failures are normalized.
We want to make sure that those that are receiving taxpayer dollars are actually in good standing with our state government before they get a dollar.
This should be bare minimum. verifying that organizations are in good standings before giving them taxpayer money. But in Minnesota, even the basic requirements are apparently too much to ask. America, Minnesota's trifecta of corruption and incompetence, witness tampering in massive fraud cases, lost federal funding due to poor oversight, and millions given to improperly registered nonprofits perfectly illustrates what happens when you prioritize ideology over competence in government. This isn't just about Minnesota. This is a preview of what happens across the country when you elect leaders who view government as a social justice organization rather than an institution that must be managed with competence and accountability. The criminals in the Feeding Our Future case are so brazen. They're intimidating witnesses at family entertainment centers. The state is so incompetent. They're losing hundreds of millions of dollars in federal funding. The oversight is so weak that they're giving money to organizations that can't complete paperwork. This is what democratic governance looks like in practice: corruption, incompetence, and a complete failure of basic governmental function. Minnesota taxpayers deserve better, and American taxpayers shouldn't have to subsidize this level of failure. The good news is that accountability is finally coming. Federal oversight is exposing the failures, investigative reporters are uncovering the scandals, and voters are finally starting to see the real cost of electing people based on ideology rather than competence. Let me know what you think about this. Drop it down in the comment section down below.
Makes sense.
Smash the like button if you kindly would. Share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you, Tyson DeLacruz. Another great entry. That's a lot of money. 600 million? That's a lot of fucking money. I'm sorry to tell you, but shit. That is a lot of money. A lot of money. I'm just thinking. Yeah, 600 million. And it's supposed to go to education, but there's no education. They just randomly choose any stupid little kid's name, and they were just stealing the money. It was a certain laundry, like money laundering operation. And the fact that Tim Watts is involved in it, there's a lot of Democrats that are involved in it. There's a lot of corruption in a lot of states. It's like the cancer got into the states, and there's a lot of sick states. But Trump is like the cure, and the cancer fights really hard against the cure, and it takes a lot of time. But Trump, through ways and certain ways he can find to help cure and help bring this country back together again, because right now it's just a lot of, we got too many gangs here, too many from all around the world here. It's not just Venezuela, it's not just Colombia, it's not just Peru, it's not just Brazil, it's not just Mexico, it's not just, like, it's everybody. There's so many people that came in illegal. Like, there's no discrimination. There was even like people that look white, but they're Spanish, but they look white as hell, came through that border too. You know, it's just, oh man. And the fact now we have to deal with it and that problem could have been solved if Harris would have done her fucking job and shut the fucking border down and like put the troops there and block all these people from coming in. Like, no, she didn't do that. What they do, they stand down. Bullshit. Just straight bullshit. Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired. I know you guys are tired too. But good morning, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you're at. I'll catch you on the flip side, and we'll do this again tomorrow. I'll be back on here, and we'll talk whatever current events is happening at that time. Like today, we started off with Trish James. I'm telling her, like, that girl, she has issues. She's such a narcissistic individual. Like, she walks around like her shit don't stink, and she is a supermodel. Her mirror never lies to her. I don't know when was the last time she saw the mirror. But with that said, have a good night, everyone, and thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Peace.